So it's going to be North Ballarat kicking to the left of screen, or the Melbourne end of Mars Stadium. And Sebastopol, of course, going to the right and to the west, to the scoreboard end here at Mars Stadium. If you're someone that has frequented the ground, the umpire holds the ball aloft. And here's Archie Burley to get us underway in our round 16 Ballarat Toyota match of the day.
McCullum on the hit out as he always does. Clean from the Sebas players inside. Nearly a turnover. Scrappy ball early. Trying to retain possession. We might have a ball up nearly in the exact same position. Cam McCullum, absolutely huge last week. I think he had 71 hitouts, which is just 77 hitouts, just unheard of. Here he goes again. Good tap down. Paps trying to get the ball. Loader trying to get it forward. Here's O'Shea. Gets it on the boot. Forward, and just ball's dropped by the North Ballarat defender. They stay, get possession back, go inboard. North Sebastopol, good tackle. Fletcher Loader wins it back. Can't quite throw him forward, and he's free kick to Fletcher Loader for in the back. I'm going to try and hold the tempo here. Ballarat. Set it early. First goal's huge, especially if there's rain to come. Good mark going back with the flight from the Sebas player. It looks further afield. Short. Umpire says play on, hit the ground, and a couple of North Ballarat players tackle him up. We'll have a stoppage.
Just outside the centre square, centre wing. Ruckman set themselves, won again by McCallum to ground, taken by Sebas, kick smothered by Spears. Eventually the kick comes out, doesn't travel any great distance. Spilling the mark there was Sam Arts. Comes out to Bromley Lynch, dispossessed, free kick. It's going to go the way of Jack Riding, who wouldn't mind a bit of cricket action here at Mars Stadium, no doubt. He's a fine cricketer. That's a nice kick too, penetrative. Mark spilt by Riley O'Keefe. Deep in attack now, North Ballarat, and the pack forms over the football. You can see that Loverson's in the mix as well, holding it in. So to Riley O'Keefe, and we'll have a ball up some 25 metres out from the North Ballarat goal.
And Callum, neither Ruckman really getting a hit on it. Well done from Stowe, trying to push himself through. Now they're going to link up through hands. Can they get it through? They can. That was a good tap forward by Riley O'Keefe. Trying to win the ball back here. They get an opportunity. North Ballarat. This is Tim Spears, and he kicks the first goal. Great start from North Ballarat. And Tim Spears took the opportunity. He only had a second to get it on the boot. He steadied and he fired, and it was a good goal. Great start for North Ballarat.
Yeah, he's a really good player, Tim Spears. He didn't play the first time that I saw the Roosters in action, and I think that the last couple of times that we've seen him come into the action, he is a really hard at it player that is really prepared to put his body on the line and create something. So here we go. Big men back in action. Stowe doing the ruck work for Sebas. Ball to ground and no clearance on this occasion. The umpire will intervene once again. The umpire with cap on head. Not quite sure what he's shielding himself from there at the moment, and we're going to have another ball up almost in the middle of Mars Stadium with the early advantage to the Roosters. We've gone just 3.5 minutes in. McCallum up against Stowe. Ball spills out. Opportunity for O'Shea. Swings onto the customary left boot. Sends it very wide. I think he was trying to curl that around the corner a little bit, but obviously hit the fat part of the footy, and as a consequence sends it over the boundary line, and it's going to be North Ballarat, just the defensive side of centre wing with possession.
Good low kick to Fletcher Loader. Good mark down low. That's just a basic skill thing that you'd expect to get right at this level. It's not easy though. Fletcher Loader goes longer. Looking for McCallum. Can't quite get to the ball. Tim Spears throws it on the boot. It's a one-on-one out inside the 50. Good mark coming out from the ball from Josh Chatfield. Tim Spears again just finding the ball, moving it forward, and one out in the 50 was Chatfield.
It's a good mark by Chatfield too. Judged it well, didn't he?
It was. He had to get under it and use his body well. Now he's got a tough shot. 40 metres out. Bit of angle about it. looks pretty confident as he struts in and kicks, and no, never really gave it a chance as the ball ends up on the roof.
And that one's not going to come down anytime soon, Archie. I think the spare ball is going to be sent out.
Might need a couple of spare balls the way he kicked that one.
There we have the North Ballarat runner, putting his skills to work with a little bit of a low barrel, because that footy is not coming off the top of the grandstand anytime soon. So it was on the full. Left back pocket, Sebas attempting to clear. They're in deficit by 6 points, early doors. Short option. Interesting direction in which they might head, and the kick comes out wide to Ben True. True on the left boot. He hugs the boundary, and he hugs it really effectively, and the mark's taken by Jack Bambury. He was best on when we saw Sebas in action at their home ground earlier this year. Good kick. Spears in the action too once again. Ball spills out. Opportunity for Powell. He's dispossessed, although he lays a good tackle and just holds the ball in and ensures that there's no easy escape for North Ballarat. 6 minutes travelled, first quarter action in our Ballarat Toyota match of the day, and it's the Roosters with the early advantage.
Callum Stowe, good handball down, palm down, kicked forward. It's on the head of a couple of players, and good defensive fist out of bounds from Ryan Hobbs on that occasion. Their ruck dominance, North Ballarat. They always don't mind a stoppage. This ball's back in. Good throw in. McCallum straight down. Well rowed from the Sebas player. On that occasion.
Yeah, Widgery throwing himself in.
Callum. Good tap. Nearly in the back. Player falls on the ball. How's the umpire going to read this one? He says no prior opportunity, and we'll have another stoppage. Just trying to get some clean play throughout the ground here. McCallum. It's it down through the hands of Tim Spears. Now running over the ball. Good handball out from Sam Art. Goes back into trouble. Ryan Polkinghorn. The umpire says holding the ball. Good tackle from the Sebas player. Lockie Cassidy on that occasion.
Great to have the reigning Henderson medalist back in the action for Sebas, isn't it?
Kicks long. McCallum trying to get back. Punched it over the line, and Jack Cooper was stalking that one. Just couldn't stay in for him. Love a throw in 30 metres out from the Sebas goal.
So Stowe continues to persist against McCallum, who, as Archie mentioned earlier, has been dominant. Palms it down to the advantage of a teammate who had his kick smothered. That was Riley Polkinghorn on that occasion, and the ball's locked in once again, and the umpires pinged them. Said that one player in particular had dragged it in, and he's pointed the finger at Ryan Hobbs, and as a consequence, this is going to be Sebas's first serious shot on goal, and Toby Hutt is the man in question as he steps outside the arc, pretty much directly in front here at Mars Stadium, kicking to the right of screen, and there's no wind, so there should not be any issues at all with kicking this distance. Early doors in this game, fresh legs. Hutt comes in now, kicks on goal, low kick, it goes the journey. He reaps the reward and is richly applauded by his teammates who flood to him, pat him on the head, say well done, Toby, got us underway. Scores level here at Mars Stadium. It's North Ballarat and Sebas, 1 goal straight apiece.
Yes, 8 minute 30 gone on the Ballarat Toyota scoreboard, and it's been an entertaining contest so far. Neither team really being able to get open space, move it freely, but it's been stoppage football, and I reckon over the course of the day that could suit North Ballarat. Back in the middle here, McCallum beats his new opponent, but then he wins the ball in Sam Hill and then gets caught. Going to throw a couple of opponents at McCallum today, but I'm sure he'll hold the ruck duties for himself. And free kick now. Sam Hill wins this one. That's 2 wins in a row for him. He's got O'Shea and Pabst out wide. He's going to choose either way. He's going to go longer, try and hit someone on the forward 50. They're well set up behind the ball. Good run. There's a player out the back. He's got all types of space. It's Toby Hart, and he kicks the goal. Great goal from Toby Hart. Swings it around the body, and Sebastopol kicked 2 quick ones. 1-6 to 1-0-6 to 2 straight 12. 10 minutes gone on the Ballarat Toyota scoreboard.
Yeah, a bit fortuitous for Toby Hutt, but certainly made the most of it. That was impressive stuff, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
And Toby Hutt kicking a couple of goals in the space of a couple of minutes, Archie. Impressive stuff. That's exactly what you want from your forwards. He was really good that game, once again, that we saw out at Sebas. And, obviously that was a very, very competitive performance by Sebas up against Bacchus Marsh. Here we go, back in the middle of Mars Stadium. There's Riding. Spills the handball out. So too Loader. Bromley Lynch buried in the middle of Mars Stadium. The umpire says there was nothing untoward about that one. Hands the footy back, and we'll have another ball up. Just the offensive side of the centre circle for North Ballarat. Palm down by McCallum. The Roosters have a kick smothered. Pack forms over the footy. It's very contested football today, the way this game has started. It hasn't been open, free-flowing footy at all. And as a consequence, we'll have to turn to Archie Burley to try to clear this one out.
Callum vs Hill. Hill started all right in the ruck. Gets it out. High dumping kick from Dummett. No one can really get under it. Well done from that player. Cassidy wraps him up. Umpire says play on. Knocked out in the tackle. The player's trying to get over to O'Shea. Gets some space. He's going to be run down. He loses possession of the ball. Now they're out to Bass. Here's Jack Cooper. Goes long as a free kick in the middle of the ground. Which way it's going to go? It's going to go to North Ballarat against Cassidy. Big let off there. So they go to Riding. Riding, the leading goal kicker this year, kicks, and it's a beautiful kick out in front of his teammate in Toos. Toos wants to go quickly and hit another one. Kicks just out of his reach. The Sebas player gets it good, hands forward. Here's Matt Austin. Can he hit someone? He can. That's a nice kick to the man. He's been on fire early. 2 goals. Toby Hutt looks afield, sees a flurry of North Ballarat players. He's got to try and do something, and he just kicks it, turns it straight over. Well set up behind the ball. It was North Ballarat. Here's Ned Nash. Just to go wider. It's got to get over the head of Cooper here, and it does. Good kick. He wants to go quickly. That was Carey. Puts it in front. Oh, that was silky from the player in Jed Hill. They'll go quickly now. Good hands from Dummett and then O'Shea. Can they get out the back? And no, they're well set up again, North Ballarat. They're going to transition into offense. Here's Wes Cusworth.
There's Harry Loader. Loader, penetrative kick. Oh, bounces off the chest of Thornton there on that occasion. Ball at ground level. Arts spills out the handball. Kick smothered. That came from Charlie Perks. Another opportunity for Arts. Sends his side forward, and the Roosters mark at right half forward. The kick towards a one-on-one, Riding with a little bit of a nudge, and his opponent goes to ground, and the umpire saw it all over the top of that one. The umpire's not missing a beat, which is fantastic. Here's the Sebas captain, Lockyer. Finds his teammate in Lachlan O'Keefe. O'Keefe swings onto the left, and here's a man in a little bit of space. And the player in question is Jack Banbury, the former St. Pat's boy. He pumps it long. He's got good penetration with the kick. Oh, Toby Hutt, can he kick number 3? He goes off the ground, and it's just to the left. Missing for the first blemish of the day on the scoreboard. It's Sebas 2-1-13, leading North Ballarat Roosters 1 straight 6. We've gone 13 minutes into the first term.
North Ballarat's kick in here. A couple of options. He's going to take the one in the pocket. Work. Wouldn't be leaving that open all day. Here's Tom Bromley Lynch. He's going to go back. Man, he kicked out in Ned Nash. And he's going to take their time here. Try and control some of the game. Hobbs. Oh, good work from that player to get free. Just walk through a couple of Sebas players. Coach wouldn't be happy with that. Wants to move it quickly. Quite well done from Sebas to get it in. Now, here's Snowden. Hands out wide. Good chain of handballs, perhaps. Then he kicks it out of bounds on the full. Couldn't quite hit Cooper on that occasion. Just got to try and play a bit of surge footy here, I reckon. Throw the structure out of the door when things aren't going well. Good kick, turned over. Good fist in there. Hart over the top. I'll go one more here. Here's Widgery. Kicks. It looks all right. He's kicked the goal. Great goal from Sebas. They took their opportunity when it came. Couple of forward leading handballs, and Widgery finished it off. Off a step. Great goal for Sebas. 1 goal, North Ballarat to 3-1-19. Sebastopol, 15 minutes gone on the Ballarat Toyota scoreboard. This is the Ballarat Toyota match today.
Certainly an attractive game when we see some open, free-flowing football. There's been a lot of contests so far today. We know that it's clearly the way some teams control the momentum, but when it opens up, it's really good to watch. It's going to be Stowe back in the ruck up against McCallum. Big leap from Stowe. Not sure that he had eyes on the football. That's what the umpire said. It's Loader. Plays onto advantage. Kicks long. There's a hold. And it's going to go the way of Grady Snowden. So Snowden on the last line. He kicks long up the corridor, but only so far as McCallum, who spills the mark. Ball falls to the back for Bromley Lynch. The kick. Oh, another mark spilt by Josh Chatfield there on that occasion. Riding takes it. He's grabbed over the shoulder, and Riding wins himself a free kick some 40 metres out from goal. Well, there was a series of mistakes there, Archie. A number of dropped marks and missed kicks, and it's ended up with Jack Riding, who will have a shot on goal from pretty much directly in front and will kick from 45. And we know, as you've already alluded to, Jack Riding loves a goal.
26 goals this year, was leading goal kicker for North Ballarat.
Very good. Archie Burley all over the stats today. Here's Riding. He's kicking to the Melbourne end of Mars Stadium. Gets very close to the man on the mark, but it's a long penetrative kick, and it kicks. He kicks truly. And they pull one back as they reduce the margin back to 7 points. The Roosters, they move along to 2 straight, 12, trailing Sebastopol 3-1-19. And this is the most entertaining first 16 minutes of our Ballarat Toyota match of the day. He's a pretty stylish player, Riding, isn't he?
Yeah, he did very well on that occasion. I think Sebastopol just realising there they don't have to play the most stylish brand of footy as long as they get it forward and get opportunities. Back in the middle, Stowe versus McCallum. Good hit down, couldn't get on the end of it, was Polkinghorn. Now it's moved forward. The player in front was Carey, couldn't quite grab the ball. Now back to Polkinghorn. Can he hit his teammate on the wing? He can. This is Loverson. Looks up, got a plethora of options. Goes to Tim Spears. He's already kicked one himself. Goes forward and, oh, good mark and good kick. Chatfield. He's looked good this first quarter. Got on the end of it.
Taken 2 really good marks, and that was what was particularly surprising about the mark that he spilt earlier. But here he is with an opportunity, Archie.
We remember what happened to his first set shot, Wes.
Ended up on the grandstand, and we had to get another football.
From 45. Chatfield kicks. Looks all right. Coming back. Goal umpire does not move, and he's kicked the goal. And North Ballarat have kicked their third. Sebastopol getting just away from him, and Chatfield makes the most of that one. 3 straight North Ballarat to 3-1-19. Sebastopol, 18 minutes gone. The Ballarat Toyota match of the day. It's setting up to be a beauty of a game.
Yeah, just 1 point separating the sides. That was a much better kick from Chatfield. Just really nice, clean connection. Clearly that wasn't the case with his first opportunity, which was a pretty acute angle, I must say. Here's McCallum and Stowe. It's McCallum, goes up uncontested. One away by North Ballarat. They'll go towards half forward. How does the footy bounce? It eludes a couple of players. In fact, almost 4 players there, but working his way back into the contest was Ben True. Here's Toos, throws it on the boot. Does that travel the necessary distance? Dummett spills the mark. It may not have been called a mark anyway. Ball spills out via hand from Hugo Pabst. There's a couple of players in there, and one of them is being held, and that's Lockyer. Lockyer sends it out wide. Short option, further afield, going short. This is Hutt of the Ben variety. Now another opportunity. Moving forward, the kick and a nice mark on stretch is James Keeble. Beautifully weighted pass. He wants to move it quickly, wheels around onto the right, kicks long. Hutt was the target. If in fact there was a target, I suspect the goals may have been his ultimate target. But it's fisted over the line for 1 behind, and Sebastopol move ahead by that 1 margin to 3-2-20. They lead North Ballarat 3 straight 18. We tick towards the 20-minute mark of our first term.
Here's Loader. Harry Loader on this occasion wants to go short. A risky kick, just gets over the man on the mark. But Carey wants to go back to Loader. They're going to go straight up the guts this time. Try something different. They've got to punch from behind. And Riley O'Keefe gets the free kick for chopping the arms. He wants to go quickly. He goes out wide. This is Stowe. Shorter. It's got to be pinpoint kick. It is. It's his teammate up in Jed Hill. A couple of players yelling Jeddy. I think he's going to go long down the line. There's not a lot on. McCallum just sitting in that hole, waiting for the ball to come down. He's trying to kick it away from him. And a couple of players, they had that all sorted out, North Ballarat, didn't they?
Yeah, they could have raffled that one, couldn't they?
Fisted over the line and over stoppage, 25 metres out from Sebastopol's goal.
McCallum sets himself. Front position against Stowe. Palms it down. Loader. The Roosters throw it on the boot. Bouncing footy. Perks. Oh, a little bit of a connection with the boot. The boundary umpire is now just going to confer.
Didn't see.
The Sebast players, not surprisingly, Tony Lockyer has grabbed the footy and said, I'm going to take this kick.
Should have sent that.
Has been called. There you go. Tony Lockyer appears to have known better there on that occasion. He's a shrewd one, and I think he was probably right. It was just a little bit unfortunate there for Perks as he got close to the boundary and the ball ricocheted. So here we go. Lockyer, his kick's not a great one. It's marked by Hutt, but it's marked over the line. And as a consequence, it's going to be the Roosters from almost in the left back pocket.
Coming back in for North Ballarat. This is Hobbs. Long down the line footy. It's been a bit like that. Oh, big fly over the top was Chatfield. Couldn't take the mark. Now can they get it? He goes in again, Chatfield. Should have been kicking danger. Umpire says play on. Now dragged down was Carey. And there's a bit of feeling in this one. Chatfield trying to get in every player he can. Had a big fly. Just couldn't get hands on the ball. McCallum. Hands down. Early dominance against Stowe is becoming evident. Got to try and do something here to nullify his impact on the ruck contest. Oh, over the top that time, Stowe. He's got to get inventive if he wants to beat him. Good tackle from Spears, and we'll have another stoppage. Bit of stop-start footy in this first quarter. Still fairly high scoring, 3 goals apiece. McCallum. Neither ruckman really winning that one, and McCallum will get the free. That's what happens when he starts winning a few contests. Stowe's going to start getting worried. He puts it out wide in the path. It gets over the top of Pabst. Thrown on the boot for a Lockyer. They're set up again, and Chatfield, he's been absolutely everywhere this first quarter. They go quickly through Nash, and then in the middle to Polkinghorn. Out wide, and this is Loverson. Couple of players leading at him. He's just going to put a bit of a dumb kick. Running back to goals. Riding. Gets it. Good take from Jack Riding. Running back with a flight. And well done from Isaac Loverson to pick that option. He's going to have a shot no more than 5 metres out.
Good hands. Got to be happy with that.
For his 28th goal of the year. Jack Riding might run around on his left. He does, and he kicks it. Celebrates early, and why wouldn't he? North Ballarat have kicked 4 straight to Sebastopol's 3-2, 24 minutes gone in the first quarter of the Ballarat Toyota match today. It's been a contested brand of footy that they're both playing, Wes, but it's been entertaining.
Very entertaining contest, Archie. We're ticked towards the 24-minute mark of this opening term, and it's been a very enjoyable, engaging contest. Most befitting of our Ballarat Toyota match of the day in the McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League. Back in the middle of Mars Stadium now. The ruck rotation continues for Sebastopol. It was Hill up against McCallum, but it was the latter that won it down. Here's Art sending his side forward to right half forward, but drifting back with the flight of the footy is Lockyer. And the Sebast captain takes the mark and surveys the landscape in front. He goes along the line, spots up a teammate. That's a really good kick, really precise, targeted. And now Sebast have it defensive side of centre wing. O'Shea. They retreat Cassidy, Lockyer. Now working it out wide. The target's Wilkinson. Takes a good mark. Late inclusion in the side. Certainly later than Thursday night's announcement of the teams. This is Pabst. Pabst works it out wide to Austin. Looping handball over the top. And just an unfortunate bounce there for Lockyer on that occasion. And there is the vagaries of the oval football, Archie. And it posed a little bit of a problem for the Borough on that occasion.
Yeah, I don't think the handball was best from his teammate there. Lockyer expecting better. Comes back in, a change in the ruck for North Ballarat. So they get the ball forward. Trying to gather. Oh, pushed you right in the back. That was Bromley Lynch. Just did not take any care. Sebastopol player in Jed Hill. Bromley Lynch, 26 minutes nearly gone. I'm expecting it to be quite a long quarter. He wants to take it on in the middle. Trying, to drop mark. This could be costly. Harry Lowe to drop the mark. Now Sebastopol, can they get him on the rebound? Great tackle in the middle of the ground from the North Ballarat player. I'll tell you what, if they got that over the top, they were nearly away. Those are the 1%ers that really do win your matches, especially when it's close like this. Back in the middle, can't quite. Good tap. Oh, it should have been holding the ball, and it is. Good tackle from Loverson on that occasion. Will he take his time or go quickly? Gonna go to Chatfield, and he was just gonna get it forward to Loader. Loader back to Loverson. Over the top now. Here's Polkinghorn, can't quite hit a target. Here's Thornton, he gets through. Tackle, doesn't quite have the ball. Trying to get it out now. Gets it back. Oh, he puts his head down. Polkinghorn trying to draw the free kick. Umpire doesn't fall for it, and we'll have a stoppage 20 metres out from the North Ballarat goal.
Jack Riding not looking too good, just 10 metres off the footy.
See what happens?
Oh, he was front position and got buried in a little contest. Nothing untoward, but he certainly doesn't look too well right at the moment. He might be holding the collarbone, or the shoulder, which is problematic for North Ballarat. We know that he's an excitement machine. He's kicked 2 goals already today. He's one of the quality players for the Roosters. They need him out there, but right at the moment, this does not look good at all. He's being helped to his feet now, or certainly, yeah, he's up now. And his skipper, Simon McCartan, showing good leadership, getting over there to help him out a little bit. He's a bit dazed. So it may well become a concussion type issue for Jack Riding, but as you've mentioned already today, Archie, he's such a valuable player up forward and on the
huge
goal kickers list. So he's walking independently now, which is good to see. We don't like to see injuries. We want to see, well, we don't want to see injuries to anyone, but we particularly like to see our best players out there. And he is going to vacate
Mars Stadium. Got to be so careful with concussion as well.
Wishing Jack Riding all the very best. Hope to see him back in action.
Ball's back up. McCullum, who came on for Riding, hits it down. Trying to get it out. Spinning back into trouble. Gets it on the boot, luckily, but they're set up well behind. Can't quite get the ball. Here's Polkinghorn. Can he find something? Gets it to Loader. Back to Polkinghorn and a tough angle, and he gets smothered over the boundary line. It's Grady Snowden, who turned himself back into trouble 2, 3, 4 times there, and luckily got it onto the boot. Back in. Good work from McCullum. Gets it down to Loader. Trying to get through the contest and gets sat on. As the umpire said, he says he's holding the ball, not in the back. It's unlucky, and he doesn't look too good either, Loader. He hasn't quite moved, and this could be a second injury in a matter of minutes for North Ballarat. They're going to just go, and no, the umpire says you can't, and he does not look good, Loader.
No, that's not good at all.
Fletcher Loader, such an important player to the North Ballarat lineup. Struggling to stand on the mark there. Cassidy's just going to go. Run his full distance as Loader hobbles off. Good mark over the back from Sam Hill. It's to go in the middle. May have hit the ground. Umpire didn't see it. Ben Hutt goes across. They're going to go full ground switch here. O'Shea, can he get over the top? He can't quite. He's going to try and win it back. Good work for the North Ballarat player there to get it forward. Now it falls to Turley. Good hands back. They're off here, North Ballarat. Good kick to Toot. I've got a couple of players running forward. One of them's poking on. He wants it out in front of him. Is he going to get to him? It doesn't. McCallum, can he grab the ball? And Sebastopol with the numbers might get away here. They've got an open player on the outer side, and that's Jed Hill. If he can gather it, he can. He's got a lot of space in front of him. Chips it short. Going to calm it down. They might keep moving. They do, and it's out of bounds on the full.
And that is a very, very good one-handed mark by the man in row 1. Got to be impressed with that, Archie.
Beer in one hand, footy in the other. So they come back in here. North Ballarat.
McCartan marks and wheels around to his right, kicks long. McCallum the lead, ball knocked away. Opportunity for North Ballarat. The boot, the outside, bounces just inside the boundary line. Some 20 metres around from the scoring zone. And the ball to be thrown in with the Roosters 4 straight 24, leading Sebastopol 3-2-20. We are ticking towards the 31-minute mark of our Ballarat Toyota match of the day for round 16.
Callum. Oh, just grabs out of the rock, trying to get it forward. He can't quite, and Polkinghorn stalks it as it goes out of bounds. Tell you what, Chatfield, he's got a lot of the ball and looked dangerous all over the ground this first quarter. Just a couple of times his execution hasn't been quite there, but I'm sure that will come and go later into the game. McCallum can't quite get front position. Good work. Fetcher 2's taken without it. Umpire says play on Polkinghorn, and they just handball it through. Was he under pressure? He was. So it won't be a free kick. And now Lockyer, the Sebast captain, will exit as 31 minutes gone. You couldn't expect it's going to be long to go in this quarter. Matt Austin across to Cassidy. He's going to take their time, probably chew off the remainder of the clock. It's a good contest. O'Shea stalks it. Good hands out wide. Couple of North Ballarat players coming in. Now they can score here. There's enough time. Polkinghorn gets their hands out wide. He's got one more player in Spears. Spears grabs the ball. Can he get it in? He can. Trying to get it to Toos and he can't. And now thrown on the boot from Matt Austin. Just trying to get it out of there. They're just having a bit of trouble. The wall's set up beautifully here from North Ballarat. And it might have a stoppage 55 metres out from the North Ballarat goal. Their pressure's been pretty good so far, Wes.
Yeah, both sides just really repelling any sort of forward movement there for the last couple of minutes. Here we are, ball thrown up amidst a lot of players, and Cassidy's in the action, and his rival hands the footy back to the umpire with a 5-point advantage enjoyed by the Roosters early doors. As we close in on quarter time, ball fisted over the boundary line, and we'll see it thrown in some 55 metres around from the Roosters scoring zone. So interestingly, McCallum down to the goal square. He's doing the ruck work primarily inside 50, but just having a little bit of a spell. Looks like Lovison was setting himself to do the ruck work there against Toby Hutt. And siren sounds here at Mars Stadium. It is quarter time in our Ballarat Toyota match of the day for round 16. A 33-minute first quarter, and North Ballarat Roosters 4-1-25, leading Sebastopol 3-2-20. Looking to the score sheet, Riding has booted 2 for the Roosters. Chatfield has 1, and Spears kicked the first goal of the game. He also has 1. And for Sebastopol, Toby Hutt, outstanding, with consecutive goals in the space of just a couple of minutes at the 8 and 9 minute mark of that first term. He's got 2, Widgery has got 1, and at quarter time in our Ballarat Toyota match of the day, it is North Ballarat 4-1-25, leading the visitors Sebastopol 3-2-20.
Imagine your future at Federation. Well, you can do just that at our open day on Sunday, 14 August. Experience campus life, meet teachers, current students, and our industry and community connections that will prepare you for the real world. We can't wait to welcome you to your future at Federation.
As proud sponsors of the Ballarat Football Netball League, we love supporting local.
And love community sport, and we encourage everyone to get out there, support your local football and netball league, and of course, support local business.
Second quarter action about to get underway here at Mars Stadium. You're with Wes Cusworth and Archie Burley in our Ballarat Toyota match of the day. Umpire has ball in hand and players have positioned themselves, with the Roosters leading by 5 points, 4-1-25 to Sebast, 3-2-20 in a critically important game for both sides as they try to jostle for position in the top 6, as we're just obviously a few weeks out from the final series beginning in the McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League. Umpire holds the ball aloft. Archie Burley picks up the first of the action in the second quarter.
Here's Cam McCullum and Liam Stowe. McCullum wins it once again. Loader, good to see he's up and moving as he wins the free kick. It was a second injury concern, but he looks okay now as the kick isn't great. He turns it over to Matt Austin. He could have gone quickly because all the North Ballarat players have gone forward. Now Austin goes out wide and it's another turnover. Good mark from Ned Nash. He looks inboard to McCullum. He's got Chatfield out wide and he's also got player running past Ned Nash, but he's going to go forward and try and hit Charlie Perks, but he can't. And here come away with the ball. Sebastopol, good kick from Ben Hutt. Hits up his brother and Toby Hutt. Tries to hit a pinpoint kick. Bounces in front of him. North Ballarat have the numbers here. They can't quite win the ball. Two's jumping on it. Getting the hands out to Toby Hutt. Can't grab the ball. Running into trouble. Is that going to be deemed holding the ball? It's not. We'll have a stoppage. Good early hot footy from both sides in this second quarter.
Umpire hurls the Sharon into the air. Big leap on that occasion from Stowe. Slightly missed time. Nonetheless, it will be Sebast going forward. Marks built by Harry Loader. Sebast gather possession. Handball only so far as North Ballarat tackled immediately and will have a ball up. The tackler on that occasion was Chase Dummett. He's got the nice flow of locks happening. Palm down, taken by Loader, throws the ball on the boot and falls only so far as Sebast, marking offensive side of centre. They're in deficit by 5 points, the Boroughs, but they'll go forward now with an opportunity. The big leap by Keeble. Good mark, timed it absolutely beautifully, and will have a shot for goal from 40 metres out by the time he puts Sharon to boot.
We know he can get off the leash, can't he?
Oh, he's a great player.
Tear a game apart.
Really exciting to watch when he's going. No angle to speak of. He's kicking to the Melbourne end of Mars Stadium. His side in deficit by 5 points. An opportunity to put them 1 point in front. He comes in now. Kicks from 40. It's drifting off to the right and through just for a minor score. So a bit of a disappointing result for Keeble there on that occasion. Sebast move along to 3-3-21, but they trail North Ballarat 4-1-25.
Kicking in's Ned Nash here. A couple of players leaning at him. Bromley Lynch is one of them. He's going to choose Polkinghorn. He's got some space in front of him. No, he doesn't. Jed Hill, man in the mark. He's got Loader out wide, and he's going to go longer to McCullum. Can he take the mark against Stowe? He tries to go one-handed, interestingly. Just gets past Sam Art. Now diving on the ball. Gets it out. McCullum trying to get hands. Can't. He's holding his head. Hopefully he's all right.
Yeah, he copped a knock as he went to ground. I think he might have hit a hip of one of the Sebast rivals, so not so good for McCullum there on that occasion.
Back on his feet. We've already had 2 injury concerns for him. Can't have another one. Arguably the most important player as the ball gets out. Jed Hill on all fours. Holding the man. It was given. They're going to take the advantage here. They're going to move it on. Gets across to Cassidy. Now handball to Widgery, and he just misses it to the tip of the goal square. Harry Loader, good defending. They keep it in though, Sebastopol, and it gets taken over the boundary line. We'll have a throw in 10 metres out from Sebastia's goal. Good early footy here.
Ball thrown in. McCullum can't quite gather on this occasion. Eventually they do via Ryan Hobbs, who with a clearing kick just dumps it outside defensive 50. Here's Loverson. retreats with the handball. Polkinghorn swings onto the left, kicks towards wing. Oh, juggling mark taken by McCartan cleverly, and then offloads the handball hurriedly. Does very well. Nothing in front of the Roosters, though, on this occasion, as Max Scott has to double back. Then he's dispossessed. Taken by True eventually. This is O'Shea coming back in board with the handball. Succession of handballs as Banbury throws it on the boot. He's got a cracking boot on him, Banbury. Anytime he puts the share into boot, he really does gain some yardage, as they say.
Product of St. Pat's.
Yes. It's a very exciting player. Best on for Sebas when we saw them up there at Sebas against Bacchus Marsh earlier this year.
McCallum down. Gets stuck in the hands of Tim Spears, and we'll have a stoppage. McCallum gets it down again. Tim Spears cracking in. Well done to Polkinghorn over the top to Loader. Can they get the ball here? They do. They got some space in front of them. He's just going to handball. It's interesting. And cutting across was the Sebas defender. They probably should have kicked on that occasion. Good tackle from Fletcher Loader. Now Polkinghorn in and under. It's a hot footy at the moment. No one can really get any clear movement. Here's Lovison over the top to Chatfield. Gets it forward. Now Austin, good hands out. Oh, but it's just out of the reach of Ben True. Hits it, taps it forward to O'Shea. Can he recover? He can. He's just going to get it out of there. Don't kick to anyone in particular. It's about a 1-on-5 there for Toby Hutt, but the ball goes out of bounds.
Probably not a bad result for Toby Hutt.
Yeah, not at all.
Great to see Jack Riding back out there too, which is really pleasing. So McCallum sets himself. He's going to go against Stowe on this occasion. Stowe has front position. McCallum palms it down with the left. Handball comes from Turley. There's a player in Isaac Carey who might have been held without possession. It's a really tough, in the clinches type contest right at the moment. And ultimately, with the tackle laid by Simon McCartan, the umpire has deemed that it's time for a throw-up. Little kick off the ground. Arts. Opportunity for Bromley Lynch. Kicks towards the middle of Mars Stadium. Oh, nice gather on this occasion by Sebas. They might be out here. Here's an opportunity for Keeble. He goes long. Kicks the goal. Sebas back in front here at Mars Stadium. And it certainly is an arm wrestle between these two terrific sides who we fully anticipate will feature when it comes to when the final weeks of this McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League season is being played out as Sebastopol move along to 4-3-27. They now lead by 2 points over North Ballarat, 4-1-25, Keeble's first goal of the game.
What a goal from James Keeble. He looked up and I think he saw Toby Hutt and Michael Powell, and he just thought, nah, I'm not passing it off. I'm going to run. Takes, I don't know if it was 15, but run nearly 30 metres, but great goal anyway. So back in the middle, McCallum with a two-fister. Gets out to Riding. Riding, can he gather? He can get it to Toos. Can Toos hit a target inside 50? He's going to put it on a couple of players' heads. Coming back to Thornton. Gets hit as he takes it. True trying to keep it in, but he's pushed over the boundary line by Charlie Perks, and we'll have a throw-in 50 metres out from North Ballarat's goal. McCallum going to get front position here. He just walks over. He just knows he's going to win every tap. Gets it down to Spears, trying to get it. Gets stripped as he's got it. He gets the hands out. Riding, stalking the contest as Polkinghorn's wrapped up. The ball's still in flow, and it's a holding the ball decision against Thornton. Ben True's going to win the free kick on this occasion. Now True to exit defensive 50 for Sebastopol.
He assesses his options and goes with a short one. The mark's built by Matt Austin. He'll go back and try to retrieve, and then he's dispossessed of the footy, and North Ballarat have won themselves a kick on goal. And it's going to be Jack Thornton to contend with a 45-degree angle and kick from about 45 metres out. Or just I'm not sure that the short option was the best option there on that occasion, Archie.
Just got a bit of body on him, didn't he? And it worried him enough to drop the mark.
Here's Thornton. We're right behind it. A left footer, the kick on goal. It won't go the journey. It's fisted over the line by the Boroughs defenders. And a minor score And we have a 1-point game here at Mars Stadium as North Ballarat move along to 4-2-26 with that behind that was essentially fisted over the line. Sebastopol lead 4-3-27.
Here's the skipper, Tony Lockyer. Goes straight down the ground. Oh, great aggression there to hit up his teammate and Riley O'Keefe. They're going to go quickly. They're going to slot down. Usually when you go up the middle, you're trying to take the game on, trying to get it to Keeble. It does get to him. Now Toby Hart just puts his head down, doesn't get rewarded the free kick. Keeble wins the ball over to O'Shea. Can they find someone inside 50? They can. And it's the captain, Tony Lockyer, who's just displayed an exceptional work rate. Kicked the ball in, hit Riley O'Keefe up in the middle of the ground, and then worked the whole length of the ground to have a shot now from 45 metres out on a slight angle. That's great leadership to show that you're always in the game from Tony Lockyer. Now then, from back to forward, runs, doesn't reckon he has the distance, tries to swing around and never really gave it a chance. It's behind. 4-2-26 to 4-4-28 on the Ballarat Toyota scoreboard. It's the Ballarat Toyota match of the day.
Yeah, wheeling around to the right there was really forcing himself onto a fairly tight angle, wasn't he? So it was a bit problematic. Short option. It's going to be Bromley Lynch in the right back pocket as North Ballarat look to retain or regain the lead. The kick is finding Fletcher Toos, who marks at right half back. So Toos looks like he'll go along the line, and he does so now, right in front of us in the commentary position. And it was to a swarm of Sebastopol. And Toby Hutt takes the mark, works it forward, or works it sideways to Chase Dummett, who in turn works it forward. Keeble's the target, ball fisted away, goes to ground. North Ballarat have got the numbers back here on the last line. Kick around the body, and a good mark taken by Ned Nash. Moves it on very quickly. He's riding. Great to see him up on his feet and recovered. Ball worked towards the midfield. Riley Polkinghorn. Now they'll switch to the commentary side of the ground, and Toos is going to be in the action once again. He wheels around to his right. Kicks towards half forward. Ball fisted away. Sebas with the numbers. At half back. Kick along the commentary wing, and a mark taken. Running the same direction as the footy. And that's Matt Austin.
A couple of players tussling behind play. It's Jed Hill and Toos as the ball keeps going forward. Now a couple of big hit on it. It could have been some friendly fire there on all fours. There's Dummett. Gets it forward to Cassidy. Can Cassidy hit up James Keeble? He can't, but he keeps it in front of him. Oh, well defended from the North Ballarat, but he misses the handball. Misses Hobbs. Now it's anyone's ball inside 50. Trying to clear. It's Ned Nash. Hands out. Can they hit Polkinghorn? They can, and you might just take a bit off this. But a hot footy at the moment. A couple of scuffles behind play. Now they go down that line, off the hands of Chatfield, and it's kicked out of bounds on the full. Sebastopol players appeal for touch, but the umpire's not going to fall for that. Kicking it in now. It's Polkinghorn. It's Loader. Now riding on his left foot. Hits. Can he get Sam Arts? He's got a lot of space in front of him. What's he going to do? Is he going to try and hit someone up? He is. Misses the kick. There's a lot of Sebastopol players back. They can't quite. Good tackle from Riding. The umpire doesn't reward him. Thornton into there. Oh, well done from Hutt to get back and help the defence out. And they're going to be all right, Sebastopol. They're going to exit through Liam Wood. Lockie O'Keefe it is, sorry, on that occasion.
O'Keefe switches play. Sebas just controlling the footy now to Cassidy. Corner of the square. Moves on quickly. Kick towards half forward. Good mark on full stretch. And Sebas have it on centre wing. The mark taken by Sam Hill. Works it out wide, looking for Cassidy, who's continuing to show some great form, and we're gaining a clearer understanding of why he is, in fact, the reigning Henderson medalist. He's a terrific player as we have ticked towards the 13-minute mark of this second quarter. 4-4-28. That's Sebastopol leading North Ballarat 4-2-26.
Front spot was Loverson. Couldn't quite grab the ball against Hutt on that time. Quite good hands out from the Sebastopol player. Good forward moving handballs. Here's Dummett. Can he hit someone inside 50? He can't. The kicks just haven't been on for either team this quarter, the connection between the midfield and the forwards hasn't quite been the same as the first quarter. 14 minutes gone on the second quarter of the Ballarat Toyota match of the day. 45 metres out from Sebastian's goal. Hutt just completely misread it. McCallum grabs it and kicks it out into the space. Now here's Sam Arts. Can he gather it? He can, but he's getting pursued by multiple players. Good hands from Lovison over the top, but they win the ball. Here's Paps. Can he hit a forward inside 50? He can. James Keeble spills the chest mark. Could have been a fist in there from a North Ballarat defender, but it's nearly pinpoint to James Keeble, and you'd back him from that pocket. We'll have a throw in 30 metres out from the Sebastopol goal.
28 plays 26 in the Ballarat Toyota match of the day. Ball thrown in. Sebas, an opportunity, dispossessed. Gathering, Dummett. Oh, there's a free kick. Happened almost a split second behind play there on that occasion. And the Sebas player
Hasn't moved.
I'm wondering if it's Keeble, is it? Certainly not looking too good, just moving to his feet now. And yeah, I certainly don't like seeing these players go down like we have. No, it's not Keeble. It's
Jed Hill.
It is Jed Hill. Very good pick-up, Archie Burley. So it was just a split second behind the contest there on that occasion, that one. And in fact, a yellow card has been shown. So that's a blow for North Ballarat. And I reckon that's Harry Loader. It's vacating.
Fletcher Loader.
Fletcher Loader.
Crowd's asking about a 50 metres. Should be 50 for a yellow card.
Yeah, they want the 50 for the yellow card.
And so an opportunity for Sebas to go further ahead. Direct shot on goal to the Melbourne end of Mars Stadium. The kick off the boot is to the right. And not making the most of their opportunities this quarter, Sebastopol. They lead by 3 points with that behind. Sebastopol 4-5-29, leading North Ballarat 4-2-26.
So North Ballarat will be a player down for 15 minutes now. As Harry Loader will return the ball in. That's it. Gives it a good ride. Couple of players under it. Hobbs is one of them. Good fist by Toby Hutt. Trying to get it. Polkinghorn just not linking the handle up with Ned Nash. This ball goes out of bounds. It's really disappointing for North Ballarat because it's an important part of the game this next 15 minutes. Good throw in. McCallum. Not quite off the boot of Liam Wood, and it runs out of bounds. Players get set. McCallum and Stowe. McCallum down the throat. Good work from Dummett. And it's a good tackle, but he's given it holding the ball. Great tackle from Tom Bromley Lynch on Dummett on that occasion. Now they want to go. Here's Loader. Nearly run down by Keeble. They've got a lot of space in front of him. It's a one-on-one. Here's Carey. Can he get the ball? It's Carey against Lockie O'Keefe. Lockie O'Keefe does really well and handballs it into Wilkinson. Then Wilkinson gets caught. The North fans appeal for ball, not given. Now, can they get a goal here? They should. Gets it forward, and there's no one there. All Sebas players, and they're going to move it quickly. Here's Hugo Paps to hit Cassidy, and he does. Lockie Cassidy. As Jed Hill and O'Shea yelling at him. Goes to Nita, not 15, so he's going to sell himself into a little bit of trouble here and then get himself out with some classy footwork down the line to Jed Hill. Sebas will try and pick their way through this North Ballarat defence, and it's another short kick to Ben Hutt. Players trying to bite off more than he can chew there, and now North Ballarat win the ball through Max Scott, and now in the middle through Sam Arts. Over the top, good kick to Chatfield to Nash. Nash, can he get hit? Spears, he can. Good effort from Tony Lockyer to try and shut him down, but Tim Spears with nice hands, and he'll have a shot from 40 metres out. Slight angle. We'll have a perfect view of this. To put North Ballarat in front. 20 minutes gone in the second quarter. The Ballarat Toyota match of the day. With a player down. Fletcher Loader sent off the ground earlier this quarter. Here's Tim Spears. And he never gave that one a chance. Kicks it out of bounds on the full.
Well, both sides struggling in their approach to goal. We've seen just the one major kick this quarter. It was from James Keeble at the 6-minute mark of the second term. And so that 3-point deficit that North Ballarat face is maintained. And it's going to be Sebastopol from the left back pocket, kicking towards the commentary wing. Big leap from Chatfield, takes a nice mark, even over his own ruckman in McCallum. Little kick forward, fisted away, good work by the Sebast defenders. Banbury, oh, bit of a sky-high kick, heads towards the corridor, could be dangerous territory if, in fact, as has happened, it's Max Scott. He gathers, he kicks towards the goal square, riding! Can't take the mark, it's through for a behind. North Ballarat move along to 4-3-27. They trail by 2 points. Sebastopol 4-5-29. And we have just ticked towards the 21-minute mark of the second quarter.
Exciting footy from North Ballarat. What about Chatfield? Bit of an X-factor player today. It's Lockyer. It's going to hit the short kick in Matt Austin and go wider to Jack Banbury. One of our favourite players. Just fumbled the mark. His teammate in Liam Stowe. We'll have a throw in just in front of us in the commentary position. Players, McCallum. Looks good. Nearly a throw. Umpire says play on. Spears running down. Oh, he looks hungry. Tim Spears to get the ball. Gets it back out. Here he is on cue. Gets it down. Thornton in the one-on-one with True. True probably happy to see this ball go out of bounds, and he does. Not a bad result for North Ballarat there to have a throw in 20 metres out from their goal, especially with the ruck dominance of Cam McCallum. McCallum and Stowe. McCallum. Neither ruckman really won it. Well rowed from Sebast, although it was well done from he caught. He got around the first tackle, and the umpire says play on, even though he clearly took him on and then missed his boot. He must have been blindsided the umpire on that occasion as Simon McCartan was wrapped up.
The McCallum front position. Leaping high, Sebast rival. Riding around the body. Riding, shot on goal! Wonderful goal, Jack Riding. Kicks his third of the game, and that is the best of them. He restores order for North Ballarat there in front by 4 points now. 5-3-33, leading the Boroughs. 4-5-29. Jack Riding reading it beautifully.
Insane goal from Jack Riding to read the pack, get the front and centre, and then get the half volley as well. Just to get in that position and then be able to read it, burst through the pack and throw it on his left foot, bring it back. It was a great goal. Jack Riding. Back in the middle, McCallum. Good hit over the top of Sam Hill, his opponent on that time. Hands coming through. No one can really win it as Polkinghorn's wrapped up from Jack Cooper. McCallum. Good hit down. They need to make the most of having an extra player on the field here, Sebastopol, as they go forward. Can someone take a mark inside 50? Oh, they can, but it's Harry Loader for North Ballarat as they exit through Carey and now Toos. They take the player on and just bomb it long down the line. McCallum coming across. A couple of players spoiled each other here. Needed a bit more voice into Thornton. Now, if they get it out, they got some space. Ned Nash puts his head over the ball and's wrapped up instantaneously, although the ball gets out. And we'll have another stoppage. Strange old game of footy. A lot of stop-start footy, but also quite high scoring. McCallum down, poking on, couldn't row it. Good hands out to Cassidy. Breaks the tackle, gets it forward. Oh, Loader, good body position, although that was well done from the Sebastopol player to get it forward. Can they take a mark? No, they can't. It's fumbled by the North Ballarat defender. It was Hobbs. Now they've got to get it out. They could have some trouble here. They're going to appeal for deliberate. If he can keep it in, they might. And the umpire says throw in. I just think that player was in two minds there, whether to let it go out. It was Hugo Pabst, an appeal for the deliberate call, or to get the ball himself.
Yeah, I think well described, Archie. I think that was exactly the situation. Opportunity, Polkinghorn. Clears, having crumbed from McCallum's knockdown. Awkward bouncing footy along the commentary wing. Ball over the line through the interchange gates. Oh, it's deemed to have come off a boot. And as a consequence, we are going to see the opportunity for Perks. There's Chatfield. Kick partially smothered. Sebas through Lockyer. Back inboard, uses the central corridor. This was Pabst. Pushes it out wide to Austin. Austin throws it on the boot. Oh, he's got Keeble in lots of space. If he can gather, he's got a teammate riding shotgun out wide. He does it alone with a couple of fancy spins. Kicks towards the top of the square. Oh, waiting at the back of the pack and running into goal is Widgery, and he kicks another major. His second of the game, and once again we see this arm wrestle with an exchange of the lead. And it is Sebastopol moving along to 5-5-35, leading by 2 points over the Roosters. 5-3-33, Widgery with 2.
Probably deserve that one, Sebastopol, for their dominance this quarter. An extra player on the ground has a huge difference with Fletcher Loader getting sent off for 15 minutes, but great work from Widgery to have that space. I think it's the extra work rate for Sebastopol. Probably helps have an extra player, but to get behind the contest and then settle and kick the goal is probably the hardest part and not blaze away. Good work from Sebastopol. Back in the middle, it's going to be Hill versus McCallum. Stowe having a break from the ruck. McCallum gets his own ball and then sends it forward. Well set behind the ball for Sebastopol was Wilkinson. He never looked like dropping that mark, and then hits Cassidy. He's got Austin out wide. He wants to go through the corridor, though. Hits his teammate in Dummett. Dummett loses the ball. Goes in and gets it. He's deemed he's dove on it. The umpire's just blowing the whistle, and there's an injured player in the middle of the ground for Sebastopol. Looks a bit ginger there. Could be knee related. The umpire's just going to wait for him to get out of the field of play, the area. Anyway, he's the captain, Lockyer, to move Sebas forward once again. He kicks it pretty close to that injured player. Still trying to figure out who it is. He gets tackled, and Riding wraps him up, but the umpire says it's not 50. Probably lucky on that occasion.
They'll go with fire there, Jack Riding,
yeah,
wasn't he?
Definitely. O'Keefe, long, over the top. Good mark from Pabst. Now he's got a couple of players leading at him. It's a good kick, but getting in the hole was a North Ballarat defender. He loses the ball now, and then he's given it high tackle. It's going to go the way of Sebastopol. They're not happy. They probably should have had a 50 with Jack Riding wrapping up a player just in front of us and not given. There's a bit going on in the middle. The umpire's got to control this. The simplest thing to do is just pay a 50 and they'll stop disagreeing. Anyway, it's our man, was Jack Banbury.
We know he's got a raking kick on him. Can he kick accurately, Archie?
Oh, I think he can. No more than 35 metres out. Slide angle. Here's Jack Banbury. Kicks, and it's coming back. It's snuck in. Banbury kicks the goal. The Sebas fan loves it. Great work from Sebastopol. The Kookaburras run away with the lead here. 5-3-33. to 6-5-41. Sebastopol leading by 8 points on the Ballarat total scoreboard. 29 minutes gone in the second quarter. Wouldn't expect this to be as long as the first one.
Yeah, 4 goals kicked this quarter, Archie, and interestingly enough, the lead 8 points is nearing even a game high lead. And there's the siren, coincidentally, as we spoke about the fact that it wouldn't be a particularly long quarter. There's a little bit of tension between a couple of players as we will move to the break. Hopefully they'll just choose to go their respective ways and not jeopardise the next 15 minutes in the game. We don't want to see anyone else being rubbed out from the contest. A little bit of push and shove continues. Well, I suppose the gravity of the situation is evident as we see that the push
Still
and shove
going
continues. Umpire right smack bang in the middle of that, and I don't think that's a great spot to be in. And this, we see the players start to move their respective ways now, which is the best solution to this, because as I say, we don't want to see anyone losing any time or anyone going in the book. Because at half-time, in what's been a most entertaining contest here at Mars Stadium, it is Sebastopol 6-5-41, leading the home side, North Ballarat Roosters 5-3-33. And I can tell you that for Sebastopol, Hutt has 2, Widgery has 2, Keeble and Banbury have 1 apiece. And for the home side, North Ballarat, Riding has 3, Chatfield 1, and Spears kicked the first goal of the game. Just a couple of thoughts on some of your better players, Archie.
Yeah, well, I thought when the game got tough there in the middle parts, Tony Lockyer definitely put his hand up. We spoke about that one occasion where he kicked the ball, he kicked it out, and then somehow found himself no more than a minute later having a set shot. So, yeah, great work rate, and I think he's leading the way for Sebastopol, and it's why they're in front, showing them how hard to work. And James Keeble as well, looking dangerous every time he gets near the ball. But the one for me from North Ballarat would definitely be Josh Chatfield. The first quarter, he lit it on fire, didn't he? And he's just an X-factor player. He may not have as many possessions as other players, but every time he gets it looks like something's going to happen.
Indeed, it is half-time, which means it's time for the McCafe half-time break. For all of you, our viewers, go and grab yourself a Macca's coffee and then rejoin the action for the third quarter in about 15 minutes' time. At half-time, it's Sebastopol 6-5-41, leading North Ballarat 5-3-33 in the Ballarat Toyota match of the day.
Imagine your future at Federation. Well, you can do just that at our open day on Sunday, 14 August. Experience campus life, meet teachers, current students, and our industry and community connections that will prepare you for the real world. We can't wait to welcome you to your future at Federation.
As proud sponsors of the Ballarat Football Netball League, we love supporting local.
And love community sport, and we encourage everyone to get out there, support your local football and netball league, and of course, support local business.
We're back at Mars Stadium for the Ballarat Toyota match of the day for round 16. Sebastopol 6-5-41. 8-point leaders over North Ballarat 5-3-33. And of course, North Ballarat playing one short at the moment. And here's Archie Burley with the first of the third quarter action.
Stowe just lets McCallum hit that one out. Stummett tries to get in front. And they cheer, the supporters, as Chase Stummett wins a free kick. I thought the umpiring was pretty good in the first half. Little scrubby kick. He gets tackled as he kicked it. Well done from the North Ballarat player on that occasion. Now it goes forward. It's running back. Is it going to go through? It doesn't. Sam Arts kicking that one, and great rundown tackle from Josh Chatfield. I think he's been excellent today with his forward pressure and a bit of an X-factor player as Lockyer kicks out to Stowe. Stowe to O'Shea. O'Shea's going to have to go back to Lockyer. And Lockyer's got True on just across the ground. He does, and he hits him. A couple of players afield. He's going to try and kick it. Comes off the side of his boot. Could be a turnover here. Well done from the North Ballarat player in Ned Nash. Gets it to Riding. Riding will kick a goal here. Of course he does. Jack Riding kicks the goal on his left foot. Around, and that's the start that North Ballarat needed. 6-4-40 to 6-5-41. Sebastopol, first minute gone of the Ballarat Toyota match of the day.
What an influence on this game Jack Riding is having. Kicked the first goal of the game for him at the 16-minute mark of the first term. Kicked another just 7 minutes later, then at the 20-minute mark of the second quarter, and now in the first minute mark of the third quarter. Fantastic contribution. McCallum fists the ball forward. His side in deficit by just 1 point. Trying to beat the tackle was Hugo Pabst. Ball spills out to O'Shea. O'Shea swings onto his customary left boot, kicks in the direction of his teammate in Toby Hutt. He kicked a couple of early goals to get things going for the Boroughs. And ultimately the ball will be thrown up some 55 metres around from Sebastopol's goal. They're in control by just 1 point. 6-5-41 plays 6-4-40.
McCallum and Stowe. McCallum once again down. Oh, but well done from Dummett to get it forward. Can someone get under this ball? It's a bit of a hospital. Oh, good mark! Jumping over the top from James Keeble. He had a ride, didn't he? He had to sit under it and then sat on his opponent's shoulders. It's heating up, this contest at Mars Stadium. He's going to have a shot from 35 metres out to give him a 7-point break in this third quarter. Sebastopol, James Keeble. What can he do from 35 out? He's a reliable set shot, we know that. Kicks, it looks gun barrel straight. He's kicked the goal. And Sebast respond. Got a good contest on our hands here. 6-4-40 to 7-5-47. Sebastopol leading by 7 points. 3 minutes gone on the Ballarat Toyota scoreboard. This is the Ballarat Toyota match of the day.
Well, he's got 2, Keeble. Could have 3. Of course, he missed a fairly straightforward shot, didn't he, Archie? So his first coming at the 6-minute mark of that second quarter, and now at the 3-minute mark of the third. Back in the middle, umpire throws the ball up between Stowe and McCallum. Off the ground, Loader back on, Riding, can't gather. Beset upon by a number of Sebastopol players, and the umpire will have little option but to ball it up with North Ballarat just into attack, but trailing by 7 points. 7-5-47, Sebas leading the Roosters 6-4-40.
McCallum and Stowe. Stowe wins that tap. Gets it down to Cassidy. Cassidy was tackled without the ball, and the umpire saw that. So it's going to be a free kick to Lockie Cassidy. Fletcher Loader back on the ground as well. So the numbers should be evened out in the field. So, Long, Cassidy, and got rid of him. Beautiful Hobbs. Took the mark and wants to move it quickly. Gives it to his teammate, Isaac Carey. Carey with a risky kick across the ground. He hits it well. Now they may be forced to hold it up, but they can't get out. Kicks, goes on, tap over the back. Lovison here. Can he gather? He can. Good shepherd from his teammate. Now he's got himself into some trouble. They're just going to handball it through, try and pick their way through this Sebastopol defence. And they can't. Sebastopol, O'Shea. No one can take the ball cleanly here, and now it's thrown on the boot from McCartan. Sam Arts there as well. Now, that was really well done from Charlie Perks to get it forward to Chatfield, and Chatfield sees the ball out of bounds, 65 metres out from the North Ballarat goal.
One of the Roosters a little bit sore over on the other side of the ground. Ball thrown in, McCallum, front position, double fister to the back of the pack. O'Shea kicks towards midfield, one-on-one contest. Now a number of other players converge on the scene. Keeble, but well done by Harry Loader. Sends his team into attack. Sebastopol got the numbers back there, although getting first to the football, it is going to be the Roosters. Here's Riding. Offloads by hand. Quick kick on goal. Doesn't go the journey. And in fact, it's going to be rushed over the line by Ben Hutt, looking for the refuge of the simple behind. And that's the Roosters moving along to 6-5-41, trailing Sebastopol 7-5-47.
Ball smothered as it gets kicked in. Chatfield over the top to Polkinghorn. Now Arts coming back. Doesn't get the right part of the ball. Hit the middle of the ball there. Just couldn't get the spin back, and good defensive pressure. Forward pressure to keep the ball in. They're forward 50. North Ballarat. So they're going to try and exit this time. Through Lockyer. Hits O'Shea.
He's been good, hasn't he, O'Shea?
Friday just some dash, and it's a good kick as well. Really well weighted out. In front of Toby Hutt. And he hits someone in the middle of the ground. He can't. It gets over the back. Here's Stowe, the big ruckman. Can he get down and pick up the ball? He can. He's got to give the hands here. No, he's going to go the kick himself. Can he hit a target? He can't. It bounces through the hands of the player in Michael Powell, and now the ball's jumped on. It was disappointing because Liam Stowe did so well to gather the ball, evade a couple of players, and then hit the kick, and Michael Powell couldn't be the beneficiary of it. Anyway, McCallum gets it down. Cassidy, here's Stowe again. He's been big in the last couple of minutes. Gets it in front to one-on-one with Pabst and Carey, and the ball's out of bounds. We'll have a throw in. 6-5-41 to 7-5-47. Sebastopol leading by a goal. 7 minutes gone. The Ballarat Twitter match of the day.
Pabst doing the retrieving of the footy. The umpire's not allowed to leave the arena, of course, for insurance purposes. So boundary umpire steps inside the boundary, throws it up between Stowe and McCallum. McCallum wins it down and gets the kick away. And good mark taken on this occasion by True. So True will send his side straight back inside 50. Short option, not quite inside 50 because he finds that short option. The recipient's Ben Hutt, and he is at 55. He goes inside 50, and he's got a man in ample space with which to mark. And that, I tell you, is a massive surprise to see a player be able to create so much space inside defensive 50. Things broke down for the Roosters there on that occasion.
No, two players next to each other. That's Liam Stowe, and O'Shea was there as well.
Yeah, so Stowe will kick with just a subtle angle with which to contend. He kicks, it's a real up and under, and he pushes it to the right, and it's just through for a minor score as the Boroughs move along to 7-6-48. They lead by 7 points, not making the most of their opportunities there. North Ballarat 6-5-41. 8 minutes travelled in the Ballarat Toyota match of the day for round 16 as we close towards the final series coming up in the McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League.
Kicking in now. It's going to be Ned Nash. They're all about going short to Loader, but goes a little bit longer, and it's up a teammate in the outer back flank. Good kick forward. They're just going to chip it around here. This is McCartan. Can't see it on any two obvious options, but he hits Polkinghorn well. Good kick, well weighted out in front of him. Just have to... North Ballarat's going to wait for something to open up here. Don't look like switching or going through the middle. It's going to go long down the line and well set behind the balls. Sebastopol, but the ball gets taken away. Well done from McCartan there. Gets it back. Toos was taken high. Or was it out of bounds? It was out of bounds and was unlucky because Toos looked to send it inside 50.
Well, Simon McCartan just had to wait there because there weren't any options to go to further afield. Tried to pace it, and unfortunately Toos was forced over the line.
Lovison gets the ball, tries to spin out of it. The umpire says, holding the ball. You had your pry up. Then it back. Good tackle from Ben Hutt. Are they going to try and go through the middle? They're just going to try and settle the game down. They've got a plethora of players on the outer side here. One of them being Matt Austin, if they can get it over here. Now, player flies. It's James Keeble got a push in the back, as he did. Now, looks further afield. He's off. Can he find someone? It's a big, high hospital kick. Can someone get under it? Big fly over the top was Toby Hutt. Couldn't take it. Now here's Carey. Back into trouble for North Ballarat was Liam Wood. They're going to escape here. If Harry Loader can gather the ball, he can't, but Thornton can get smothered. Great smother on the outer side, and it's out of bounds.
Well, I'll tell you what, Archie, this game is looking like it's going to be one of Collingwood's last 11. This one is going to be decided by less than 10 points, you'd reckon. It's such an arm wrestle, isn't it, here at Mars Stadium?
Let's hope the black and white can win. As they're off here. Here's Pearce, goes through the middle, gets over the top. Sebastopol look well set here with the players. They can't quite. Well done from McCartan to make a contest there. Now comes out to Perks. Perks trying to do something with it. Does it just... You can throw a blanket over 15 players right now. It's like bees to a honeypot.
Front of the centre square, North Ballarat just into attack, but in deficit by 7 points. Fisted away by Stowe. Taken by the Roosters, wrapped up in the tackle and deemed to be a dangerous tackle there on that occasion. So it's going to go against Jed Hill. And it will be North Ballarat, just the offensive side of centre wing. Outside of the square, this is Ned Nash. Pumps it long towards 50. Good mark taken by O'Shea. Really solid, stood his ground. Went the short option to Cassidy, cut off by McCartan. Offloads by Hand. Roosters into attack, riding marks. Good build-up by North Ballarat. Now Riding will settle back over the Sharon and kick for number 5 and far and away the most damaging forward on the ground and just making such a difference. And in reality, his good forward work is one of the key reasons why the Roosters are still in this contest. And in fact, within striking distance, as we well know, given the closeness of the scores. He's got a genuine 45-degree angle to contend with, kicking to the Melbourne Road end of Mars Stadium. Comes in now. Kick on goal. This one's not going to be a major. It's across the face and fisted over the line for a rush behind. So North Ballarat move along to 6-6-42. Just one straight kick separates the two sides. Sebast 7-6-48.
Lockie up. The skipper. Has a look what's in front of him. I think he wants to go long down the line. No, he's going to try and pinpoint something, and it's a great kick to Matt Austin in the middle of the ground. Now they're going to go here, Sebast. The player's being held. The umpire puts his whistle away, and they might win the ball. Oh, but Stowe does really well to contest that. They're in and under here. Hobbs dives on it. The umpire says no prior opportunity. We'll have a ball up 65 metres out from the Sebastopol goal. Good defending there from Tom Bromley Lynch. McCallum. I just hit Spears. Good hands out now. I think quite kicks it. Coming across. Oh, it's a good mark from Ben True. He's got a couple of players in the middle of the ground. One of them being Lockyer. They've got O'Shea over the top. It's getting manned up now, but the switch could be on. They want to take it. They're going to go back the other way. Trying to hit Jed Hill. Good contest, but he keeps his feet. That's the key in those type of contests, and then gets held on to. Well done from Jed Hill to even that contest and then win the free kick. Now they go through the middle. They want to be a bit more daring here, Sebastopol. North Ballarat happy to go long down the line, but Sebastopol want to change the angles. It's just that 15-metre kick and do all the distance. Do all the difference trying to change up. Here's Cassidy. Going to come in here, go straight down. Over the top, Stowe. He can't quite. They've got the numbers out the back here. North Ballarat, they're well set. Player goes flying for Sebastopol, and he's been given the free kick. I think he tripped over his own feet, and Michael Powell's going to have a shot from 10 metres out. I think that's a little bit unfortunate for North Ballarat.
He certainly went flying. I wasn't sure whether he might have stumbled or whether indeed he was pushed, but certainly the umpire deemed that it was the latter.
Here's Powell. No more than 10 metres out. Shouldn't have a problem with this. Playing Ballarat senior footy. Kicks, and the umpire doesn't even bother out moving, and he's kicked the goal. He gives Sebastopol a handy 2-goal break here. 6-6-42 North Ballarat to 8-6-54 Sebastopol. 15 and a half minutes gone in the third quarter. Ballarat Toyota match of the day.
Yes, 2-1 in this term. And the Roosters have been a little bit wasteful going forward. They've kicked 3 behinds. Maybe not making the most of their opportunities. So we're at about the midway mark of the third term in our Ballarat Toyota match of the day for round 16. And just retrieving the footy. No crowd to the right of screen behind the goals, the scoreboard end, meaning that the players having to do the work retrieving the football. And now we're back in the middle of Mars Stadium and ready to go once again. McCallum from the restart. Real up and under kick. Racing across is true. Awkward sort of bounce. Could have been ridden to the ground. Charlie Perks. Ball goes to ground. Trying to evade a tackle the Roosters, but Sebastu very well there on that occasion. Lockie O'Keefe kicks it long. Good courage by Isaac Carey running the same direction of the football. Didn't really know what was coming there on that occasion. The pack forms over the football and we'll have a ball up between centre wing and half forward. The Boroughs into attack and leading by 12 points as we hit the 17-minute mark of the third term.
Good tap there from Stowe trying to get it to Sebastopol Rover, but Rove. I think that was Bromley Lynch to get it out. Now in front's McCartan. He's going to turn, plays on, wants to go quickly. This is better from North Ballarat. Some quick ball movement. Hits up Charlie Perks. Still a long way from goal. Can he get it inside 50? It's a 1-on-1 between here. Loverson gets over the back. And it's well done for Sebastopol defence. They've been good all day. Comes out through Banbury and now O'Shea. Paps wants it in front. He's got a good set of hands and it's no exception there. They might go in the middle, and they do. They're willing to take the game on, aren't they, Sebastopol? Goes through the legs of Polkinghorne. Thornton over the top. Well roved from Scott. Gets it forward, and Jack Riding takes a good mark. It's just that surge mentality footy from North Ballarat. And when Scott got a little bit of room, just decided North Ballarat to lower their eyes and hits up Riding, who's been the key for North Ballarat today.
Important kick this one, Archie.
To bring it back to a 1-goal margin. Jack Riding for his 5th goal. Kicks, it's a little wayward, and it's very wayward. Goes through for a minor score. 6-7-43. North Ballarat to 8-6-54. Sebastopol, 20 minutes gone on the Ballarat Toyota scoreboard.
Sebast skipper with the kicking duties. Short option, straight up the corridor. Mark Spilt opens the door for North Ballarat. McCallum offloads by hand. Arts riding, sweeping handball, retreating with the handball. Bromley Lynch back into the path of Arts. Now riding on the left. Little kick forward. Fletcher Toos takes the mark. Hard up against the boundary line. Surveys the landscape in front. What does he choose to do? Toos tries to get around, play on, caught, hands the footy back. Jack Banbury. Great defensive work by Bambers.
Banbury showing his class there, not letting Toos get around him. They're going to go for the switch here. It's going to be a thumping kick, and it is great to the outer side. Now getting chased down, just getting a boot on it. Here's McCallum, the big man in the middle. Can he find someone? Puts it out in front of Loverson. He's got a bit of work to do. He loses his feet and then gets caught. Gets the handball off to Polkinghorn. Can Polkinghorn hit Toos? And he can't. The ball's out of bounds. 50 metres out from North Ballarat's goal, but good work from, I think it was Harry Loader. Could have been Harry Loader to put some pressure on the kick, causing the turnover. Back in here, McCallum. Good hand down, Toos. Can't quite win the ball. Now then, in contest, ball gets out, thrown on it now. It's Keeble and Loader in the middle. Keeble can't win it. Oh, well done from Matt Austin. That was a great front and centre. Ball over the back. North Ballarat have the numbers, but coming through was Cooper. Get it forward now, Stowe. It's a running race. Can Paps win it? It's Paps and Carey. Paps does win the running race and runs into an open. Great goal for Sebastopol. Gives them a 3-goal lead, and Hugo Paps was never going to lose that running race. He saw Carey in his sight. It was one out in the 50. Stowe just put the ball in front of him, and he was off to the races after that. 6-7-43. North Ballarat to 9-6-60. Sebastopol stamping their dominance on this game. 21 minutes gone. The third quarter of the Ballarat Toyota match of the day.
3-1, third quarter. Game high, 17-point lead now enjoyed by the visiting Sebastopol. Spears could have been held without possession. Umpire calls play on. Polkinghorn head over the football. Pack forms over him, and the umpire says we'll have a ball up. Really entertaining game here at Mars Stadium. McCallum with the left. Kicked away by Hutt. Challenging, bouncing football. And the pack forms again, and the congestion prompts the umpire to come in and have another ball up. Just Sebastopol marginally in attack. Good contest there on that occasion by Toby Hutt. We'll have another ball up. Archie, you'll have to clear it out.
McCallum and Hutt on that occasion. Spears running past the ball now. Quickly put on the boot. Can they get in the front position here? Sebastopol, they can. Running through his Paps again. We kick second in a row. No, he runs past it. And then Carey punches it over the line. I tell you what, Isaac Carey nearly had a heart attack then. He saw Paps running out in his own, and was just lucky he couldn't pick up the ball. He could have nearly gone off the ground. He lives to fight another day, and that's important for North Ballarat, because Sebas kicked that one. It's a long way back. Riding, big fly over the top, can't win it. Hill trying to get burst through the pack, he can't. The umpire says no prior opportunity. Good contest here, and Hugo Paps being dangerous this quarter. Watch out for him. Hutt, McCallum. Good chase down from Spears. Can't quite. Thornton and True. Spears in again there, and Cassidy. And that's going to be a ball up. McCallum. Down. Spears gets through two. Now gives it to Polkinghorn. They got to get it on the boot here. They're going backwards. Art gets their hands out now. Now they go through McCartan and McCallum. McCallum just puts it long on the boot. Can someone get under that? It's a fumbled mark from Liam Wood. Now they got to go after it. Perks. Good hands to Spears, but no, he misses with a handball. They just can't link up here, North Ballarat. The execution's just been a little bit off. That's the difference between them and Sebastopol at the moment. 55 metres out from North Ballarat's goal. McCallum down to Spears. He's been good in the last couple of minutes. Gets out to Polkinghorn. Oh, but well done from Cooper. Get it on the boots. And one-on-one in the middle. Good mark. Back with the flight from Nash. Oh, but it spills it. Now Bromley Lynch, hands up. They could work out it right here. Hobbs, now Loader. He's got a couple of players out the back, and they take the mark. Chatfield can't quite. That's a good defensive fist. from Riley O'Keefe from Lava ball in. 20 metres out from North Ballarat's goal.
Yeah, really disciplined stuff, wasn't it, by Riley O'Keefe? It looked almost certain to be a North Ballarat mark there, deep in attack. So it'll be Stowe and McCallum. Both players go to ground. Cassidy's in there. And taking possession and then being tackled is Riley O'Keefe. And, in fact, wins himself a free kick. Works laterally. Oh, little bobble there on that occasion for Sebast, deep in defence. They lead by 3 straight kicks. 25 minutes gone this third term. That's going to be Cassidy. Takes the mark, 45 from defensive goal. He's got Jack Bambury way over here on the commentary side of the ground screaming for it. I'm not sure if Cass has got that sort of length in his kick. Opportunity for Stowe. McCallum eventually works the ball out, and the ball over the boundary line between centre wing and half forward, with North Ballarat into attack but trailing by 18 points. 61 plays, 43 in our Ballarat Toyota match of the day.
McCallum and Stowe, the two big men. McCallum nearly just grabs it, but then gets it down to Fletcher Loader, and then Loader off to Polkinghorn with a sizzling kick and hits up his teammate in Adam Turley. Turley looks further. Riding wants it long. He wants to have a leap at it. Now here he goes. Jack Riding can't quite. Spears with the front and centre. Gets it off. Loader throws it on the boot. Can he go through? It's drifting. It's through. Fletcher Loader kicks the goal. Out of the pack. Something out of nothing for North Ballarat. It's just what they needed. 7-7-49. North Ballarat to 9-7-61. Sebastopol, 27 minutes ago in the third quarter of the Ballarat Toyota match of the day.
That was a good goal, and that was well described too, Archie. It really was something out of nothing. Didn't see that one coming from Fletcher Loader. So we're back in the middle of Mars Stadium with 2 goals separating the sides. Sebas in control, but this game is certainly ebbing and flowing. There's Loader again in the action. He's beset upon by a number of Sebastopol players, and we'll have another ball up right in the middle of Mars Stadium. 9-7 plays 7-7. Really entertaining contest for our round 16 Ballarat Toyota match of the day. Cassidy falls across the top of a North Ballarat opponent. Sweeping handball out to the advantage of O'Shea. Scrubbing sort of awkward kick forward. Harry Loader overruns the football. Spears bursts through the pack. Concedes a little bit of ground with a handball, but does really, really well. And that's a nice mark taken on full stretch by Tom Bromley Lynch. He moves the ball on by foot. A real up and under. And what a courageous mark taken by Jordan Crone, running the same direction as the football.
Now, goes out wide. Crone does. To Austin. Austin to Paps. He doesn't drop any marks. Got 3 players inside the forward 50 at the moment. Sebastopol trying to keep it open. Keep the space in there for the leads. Watch out for number 15, Michael Powell out the back here. He's been dangerous. Into the middle. It's a bit of a scrubby kick. Keeble's going to make it look okay. Handballs it back. Now they've sold themselves into a little bit of trouble. Keeble trying to get past 2. Does very well. Throws on his left foot. Gets it. Hutt gets rid of his opponent. Now gets the ball. Here's Toby Hutt. 50, 45 closing. Kicks. Can't quite take the mark on that occasion. Now winning the ball back. And just as I said, Hugo Paps doesn't drop any marks. He drops that one.
He's certainly an exciting option when the ball goes forward, though, isn't he?
Yes. Right here, 2 big men, McCallum and Stowe. McCallum just grabs the ball. Can he get a handball out to a teammate? Spears was there, couldn't grab the ball. Now thrown on the boot. Is it going through? It hits the post. Score 7-7-49 to 9-8-62 on the Ballarat Toyota scoreboard. Ned Nash to kick in for North Ballarat.
.29 minutes gone. Nash flares it wide. Isaac Carey takes the mark in the left back pocket. He chooses a short option and looks for his skipper in Simon McCartan. who returns to carry by hand. Now Toos, almost run down by O'Shea. All going at it with one hand was Chatfield. And the ball over the boundary line through the interchange gates, right in front of the Sebast bench. And now the ball to be thrown in. 13 points separate the two sides. It's the visiting Boroughs in front. McCallum uses his body nicely, but neither ruckman able to take possession. Loader gets the handball out, and now Riding's away. Oh, and he's tackled, and he hasn't disposed adequately. And it is once again Riley O'Keefe who's been absolutely resolute in defence, winning the free kick for Sebastopol.
Oh, but he's called a play on, nearly caught by Riding, nearly got him back. Now the short kick, and Wilkinson's got it. Wants to go back to O'Keefe. It's Banbury, sorry, and as the siren goes, it's three-quarter time. It's a good contest between North Ballarat and Sebastopol for the Ballarat Toyota Match of the Day. 7-7-49 North Ballarat to 9-8-62 Sebastopol, enjoying a 13-point margin going to three-quarter time. Wes, some thoughts?
Yeah, terrific contest, really entertaining. We're finding that these two sides understandably will have good arguments for playing finals, and I dare say that that will be a reality, just given the way that other results are going and also what's to come in the final two home and away games. But I think as the crowd starts to flood onto Mars Stadium to listen into what the respective coaches have got to say, we should have a really engaging and entertaining fourth quarter to come here at Mars Stadium. It's 9-8-62, play 7-7-49. Just very quickly, we'll look at the goal kickers for Sebastopol. James Keeble has 2, Toby Hutt 2, and Daniel Widgery 2. And singles to Michael Powell, Jack Banbury and Hugo Pabst. And for North Ballarat, the only multiple goal kicker is Jack Riding with 4. And singles to Tim Spears, Josh Chatfield and Fletcher Loader.
Imagine your future at Federation. Well, you can do just that at our open day on Sunday, 14 August. Experience campus life, meet teachers, current students, and our industry and community connections that will prepare you for the real world. We can't wait to welcome you to your future at Federation.
As proud sponsors of the Ballarat Football Netball League, we love supporting local.
And love community sport, and we encourage everyone to get out there, support your local football and netball league, and of course, support local business.
Well, we've seen a terrific contest so far in the round 16 Ballarat Toyota match of the day. Currently, as we begin to enter the fourth quarter, it is Sebastopol leading by 13 points, 9-8 to 7-7. As the final supporters leave the arena. Of course, this is the grand final venue for the McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League, and we trust the ground will continue to hold up to be in such good condition. The umpire holds the ball aloft, and Archie Burley's going to get the fourth quarter underway.
McCallum and Stones. McCallum has all day, gets his fist down to Chatfield. Then McCallum back to Loader. Can they take a mark early here? They can. No, it's just dropped true. Can't get the hands out. Spears, good back to Chatfield. He's been huge. He might kick the goal himself. He goes to riding in the square, and it goes over his head through for a minor score. To register the first score for the last quarter. 7-8-50 North Ballarat to 9-8-62. Sebastopol enjoy a 12-point lead. Less than a minute going in the Ballarat Toyota match of the day. Fourth quarter.
Yeah, probably a little in two minds there, but it wasn't a bad option. Went long over the head of the final contest and ultimately through for a behind. This is Riley O'Keefe, who had a really good third term, repelling North Ballarat. Has it at left half back. O'Keefe, good distance with the kick, carries to the commentary wing, fisted away. Running onto it is Jed Hill, overruns it. McCallum, good to see the big fella operating at ground level. Ball ping-pongs around, and the umpire's got no option but to ball it up. Right in front of us in the commentary position, 9-8-62, plays 7-8-50.
Well, straight up, McCallum tries to get it on a Spears. Loader. Look like they're winning the contested ball early here. North Ballarat. Spears gets out of that tackle, and then Polkinghorn's happy to see it go over the boundary line. We'll have a throw in just in front of us in the commentary position. Huge first goal, huge in this contest. McCallum holds his ground, gets it. Loader can't quite, and then off the ground from Hill. But they're well set. Although the ball gets away from Ned Nash, he now traps it and takes quite a risky option. But it's all right. Tom Bromley Lynch gets it, but then gets caught. Is he holding the ball? The umpire says play on. Hugo Pabst here. Now Toby Hutt over to Pabst. Pabst went without it. And then Hobbs is wrapped up from Pabst, and we'll have a stoppage inside the forward 50 of Sebastopol. They've got to take some risks here in this last quarter. North Ballarat, they want to get themselves back into this game. McCallum down. Can't quite. Cassidy was held without it. Umpire said play on. Now back to Carey. Carey just takes his time. Gets out to Polkinghorn. Polkinghorn on his opposite. Goes longer. And well rowed from Banbury as he'll send it back in. There's a player down behind the play at Spears. Hopefully he's okay as he gets to his feet.
A bit of a knock to the head, Spears. That's something North Ballarat can ill afford, is to lose a player of his ilk.
Already with a couple of injury concerns today.
Stowe sets himself, moves to the front position against McCallum. There's Spears back into the action. He's as tough as. Fisted away by North Ballarat, going off the ground, and unfortunately for that player in Jack Banbury, it's carried the journey and it's gone over the line. So it's going to be riding at left half back. Little inboard option. Spears back to riding, has to throw it on his right. That's not his customary boot. Right through the hands there of Charlie Perks. Ball spills out to Banbury with a sweeping handball to Cassidy. Cassidy's got some players in front, including Jed Hill. Hill squares it up to the corridor. Oh, good fist away by the Roosters. Now trying to use handballs to get themselves out of trouble. They do so, and then with a long kick towards the offensive side of the centre circle. But it's only going to go so far as Sebas, who find Tony Lockyer in front of the interchange gates. Lockyer with a kick for and finding Keeble. And Keeble marks on 50. Hard up against the boundary. Pretty tight angle from there. Probably beyond his distance at this late stage of the game, although...
Just beyond his range.
Yeah, he's been quite intentional about this. Now he runs around to the right. He does go very long to the goal square. McCallum should be looking to fist this over the line. It's actually fisted forward. McCallum, in fact, it's Hobbs, will get it. And a mark taken by O'Shea. So O'Shea, who probably was a little quiet during the course of the third quarter, had a really good first half, will now settle back over the share and with a 45-degree angle and about a 45-metre kick to contend with, have a shot towards the Melbourne end of Mars Stadium and an opportunity to put his side 3 straight kicks ahead. It is still early doors of this fourth term. 5 minutes gone. In comes O'Shea. This is a really important kick. Sets sail for home. It's across the face of goal. McCallum this time is happy to see it fisted over the line for a rush behind. 13 points separate the two sides as we see Sebastopol move along to 9-9-63 and North Ballarat 7-8-50.
Nash to Loader in the pocket. The Fletcher variety this time. Kicked a great goal in the third quarter, but also got sent off in the second, so he's had a bit of an up and down game as the ball's fisted over the boundary line. Love a throw in just in front of us in the commentary position. The two big men will go at it. Can Stowe contest? He can. Does pretty well. McCallum, little handball off to Polkinghorn as he gets it forward. Now chasing it. Oh, and a big hit from Chatfield on Lockie O'Keefe. He's a good player, Chatfield. I like the way he's gone about it today. So back in. Centre wing. Good punch out from McCallum. But Sebastopol looked to get back first through True. Oh, that was silky to get through a couple. Can he hit the kick? No, McCallum set up well. And then he wants to go, the big man. Can someone take a mark over the top? Chatfield sets himself. 1, 2, takes the mark. And as I just mentioned before, I think he's done a few things today, probably 5 or 6 things where you just... It's X-Factor football, isn't it, Wes?
Yeah, absolutely. He is the sort of player that you can see bob up and do some really special things that can, hopefully, for the benefit of North Ballarat, contribute to some positive football.
It's a pure kick of the football as well. Natural action from 45. Straight lines it, kicks, gives it every chance and just misses to the right-hand side. 7-9-51, North Ballarat to 9-9-63. Sebastopol, 7 minutes gone, the Ballarat Toyota match of the day.
Sebas will use the outer side of the ground. Nice kick, finding its target. And they have it out wide. And then they'll switch play and come back via Cassidy. And they'll use Lockyer. So now, oh, riding, good smother. Can he do something special here? Gets his boot away, but it doesn't go the right direction. Going to ground there on that occasion was North Ballarat's Wood, and ultimately the pack will form over the football, and we're going to have another ball up. Wow, that was almost something out of nothing for Jack Riding. Yeah, he's a really clever, creative player. He's another real X-Factor player. There's no question.
Now, who's going to get in this? McCallum wasn't there, so he didn't contest. No ruckman contested, really. It was meant to be Lovison. He'll go up on this occasion. Just love it. Another stoppage. No more than 25 metres out from the North Ballarat goal. Huge next 5 minutes. North Ballarat can get one back. Down. Watch Riding in this contest. Gets it out to Spears. Can he be creative from the pocket? He can't. Just missing to the near side. They're creating the opportunities. They're just going to make sure they get a couple. And as they want to go quickly here, through the captain Lockyer wants to go wide. Good work from Toos to half the contest. Now can they win it back? They can't. And we'll have a stoppage.
That was very good football by Fletcher Toos there. He was certainly out of position, but he did well enough, as you described, to halve the contest.
Gets back. Good work from Spears, trying to get the hands out. Good tackle, though, from Riley O'Keefe. He's been a rock in defence today. And he still has a part to play in this match, you think. There's still a few goals left in this one. Lovison down. Well row from Cassidy. It's into the middle of the ground. Now, which way's the ball going to bounce? It bounces the way of Bromley Lynch. Gets it forward. Oh, that was silky from Austin to get the hands over the top, but he turns it over nearly over the top to McCartan, but now they're away. Here's Keeble. Can he find Paps inside 50? He's got a lot of space and he takes the mark. Isaac Carey stuck out of position. He wants to go quickly, Paps. Can he kick the goal? He can. Hugo Paps kicks it. And it could be the nail in the coffin for North Ballarat. 7-10-52 to Sebastopol 10-9-69. They enjoy a 17-point margin. 10 minutes gone in this fourth quarter of the Ballarat Toyota match of the day.
Well, Hugo Paps becomes the fourth multiple goal kicker for Sebastopol today. Joins Keeble, Toby Hutt and Widgery. And, of course, just the one multiple goal kicker. We're back in action. One multiple goal kick for North Ballarat, and that's Jack Riding. But back in the middle. And there's a little bit of tension in the game as players standing up for their teammates. Lovison and Lockie Cassidy just sorting things out. The umpire throws it up between the respective ruckman. Bromley Lynch. Nash tries to evade a tackle. Eventually gets the handball out. Swung around is Hutt. Polkinghorn does well, although did well to gather and find himself some clear space, but unfortunately kicked it only so far as Matt Austin. Things starting to turn the way of Sebastopol, you just sense at the moment. Here's Dummett with the flowing locks. Sporting number 19 between the shoulder blades. Kicks long, big leap. Mark Spilt. Ball over the boundary line, probably just as well for North Ballarat as Sebast were just starting to mount some momentum there on that occasion. 10-9-69 plays 7-10-52. 11 and a half minutes gone in this fourth quarter.
It's going to be thrown back in. Fought for the front position was Lovison. Can't quite. Dummett trying to get around a couple. Got boot to ball, but it got smothered. Spears in and under as always. Gets past McCallum. Toos trying to get the ball. He does well. Gets it. Then Spears in and under. It's ferocious footy at the moment. He dives on. The umpire's going to pin him here. No, he's not. Just built the suspense a little bit. Ball up. McCallum. Hutt on this occasion contesting him. Toos. He's been good the last 5 minutes. On to Polkinghorn. They can't get enough space here. They're all going for the ball. They need it spread a little bit more as Hutt gets it out and kicks it straight to Hobbs, who wasn't contested by Stowe. Now Nash has got to go. Well done from Sebastopol to half that. Goes here. Hutt trying to win the ball. The crowd's getting into it in front of the pavilion. It's going to be a ball up 35 metres out from the Sebastopol goal, and if they kick the next one, could be a bridge too far for North Ballarat. McCallum and Hutt. McCallum straight down a loader. Dummett does well, but then Polkinghorn just swings it on the boot. Can he find someone? He can. This player's going to want to get up and go. It's Liam Wood. Goes down over the head of Lovison. Now here we go. Chatfield just lets the ball go out of bounds. And the umpire says holding the ball. Sebastopol. Everything's starting to go their way. Great tackle from Riley O'Keefe as he sends it back in for Sebastopol.
Retreats with the kick. Happy to concede a bit of ground. Spots up his teammate in Wilkinson, who goes further wide and finds Banbury. Banbury's got some room to move. That's Lockyer, the captain. 69 plays, 52. 3 straight kicks required by North Ballarat without an answer if they're going to win this game. Kick from Lockyer, fisted over the line. Ryan Polkinghorn on that occasion. Remembering that North Ballarat with some genuine injury concerns prior to today, meaning that they are a little depleted, but that is not to diminish the efforts of Sebastopol today, who've been terrific. It's been a really enjoyable contest to witness. Ball at ground level. North Ballarat Roosters struggling to extract it from the contest. And Simon McCartan hands the footy back to the umpire. His side just in attack. McCallum, the dominant big man on the ground today. There's McCartan again. There's McCallum with a kick. Working it forward. Now an opportunity. What can the Roosters conjure up? There's plenty of pressure applied defensively by Sebastopol. Trying to burst through is the reigning Henderson medalist in Lockie Cassidy, and he is held up and some 52 metres out from the North Ballarat goal. With 15 minutes having elapsed in this fourth quarter, it's a 17-point advantage with Sebastopol.
McCallum grabs it out of the ruck. He wants to do something himself here. Can Riding do something? Jumping over the top. He can't take it. Now running in was Chatfield, and Riding and there's the Henderson medal winner in Cassidy running out, getting it to Keeble as he gets tackled. He just dropped that one. Should have been holding the ball. The umpire gives him the benefit of the doubt. And we'll have a throw in on the far wing. McCallum, can he do something? Can he get his team back in? It's a flat throw in. Can't quite, and Cassidy does very well. So the ball gets smothered. Arts handballs it through. Oh, that was Silky running through the pack. The North Ballarat player, can he hit Riding? He jumps over, he can't, and great work from O'Shea. He wants to move the ball quickly. Puts it out in front of his teammate. He gathers. Can he hit the kick? He can't. Oh, but it gets over the back. Hart now. Cooper. He's got some space. He gets running down. It's out in front of. It's of Paps that doesn't stay in. Otherwise, he would have run around and made sure of it. Good ball movement. An exciting ball movement from Sebas. There's a couple of interchanges take place, and that's where you want to have your big names on the ground at the moment. Gets forward. Good tap from Stowe. Gets through a couple. That was Nash to Loader. Loader kicks it inboard. Good work from True. Trying to trap it. Now he can't. Here's Nash again. Goes back, but well sets the captain. Although he drops the mark. Perks. Handballs to Riding. And then gets high tackle. It could have been high contact. Knees to the head. Riding. They want to move the ball quickly here before Sebas flood their defenders back. Riding's walking away from the ball.
It was downfield.
All right.
Yeah. So Riding was unawares of the fact that Spears had returned the footy to him.
Back now. Gives it to Chatfield. He's been exciting today. And in defence. Very well done from Jordan Crone. Rebounding for Sebas.
So Crone uses the commentary side of the ground. Oh, good mark. Dumb it. Did well. Good body use. Has it. Defensive side of centre wing. Just calms the field in front. And now, with a kick towards centre wing, it's all Roosters. And the mark's taken by Hobbs. So they need to move quickly now as we've ticked towards the 18-minute mark of this fourth quarter. They need 3 quick goals if they're to do anything. McCartan was the target, cut off by Cassidy. Cassidy unleashes a teammate in Widgery, going forward now. Oh, mark spilt. Good work by Carey. Oh, run down. Free kick's going to go the way of Sebas. They're going to have a set shot on goal from directly in front from 40 metres out.
Great recovery from Hugo Paps there. Dropped the chest mark, but then went and found his own ball, got the tackle on, and forward pressure. It's the key to a good team.
Paps with an opportunity for goal 3 for him, but more importantly, this will put it to a game-high lead of 23 points if he's successful, and that would be a bridge too far for North Ballarat at this late stage of the game. He comes in now, directly in front, will kick from 45. He gets close to the man on the mark. He sets sail. It is gun barrel straight. His teammates flood to him. Pabst's got 3. The margin stretches to 23 points, and Sebas, for mine, have put this beyond the reach of North Ballarat Roosters.
Oh, after saying inspirational for North Ballarat now. 19 minutes gone in the fourth quarter on the Ballarat Toyota scoreboard.
11:09.75 plays 7:10.52.
We go back in the middle. Chatfield in the ruck this time. Gets a good leap up. Gets it back. Gets the clearance himself. Puts it. They've got an extra back in defence here. Sebastopol, it looks like. And Lockyer happy to see the ball roll out of bounds. So we'll have a throw in 60 metres out from North Ballarat's goal. They want to do something, they've got to do it now. They've got to risk leaking a couple more goals. Try and kick 4 and win the game here. McCallum just grabs it. He wants to do it all himself. It's a good tackle from Polkinghorne. We'll have another stoppage. What are they got to do here, Wes?
Yeah, they've just got to throw caution to the wind, don't they, really?
Fortune favours the Braves, what I like to say. Bromley Lynch gets it forward and the ball's kicked out of bounds on the full. This ball's going to be retrieved.
Jack Banbury could have saved his energy there.
Yes.
Just leapt over the fence, Jack. Like a gazelle, like a young man with plenty of energy.
Banbury. Sees Dummett running for him. He's not going to go there. He's going to go longer and hope that Stowe flies from behind. Although Chatfield was set. He still might get it here, Chatfield. No, it's a good tackle from the Sebastopol player in Ben Hutt. Polkinghorne's fought hard all day. Contested ball for North Ballarat. Harry Loader in the ruck this time. The two number 8s collide. Harry Loader and Ben Hutt. Back. Harry Loader down to Widgery. It's the hands out to Stowe. Good contest the ball. Drops the ball. Harry Loader should have got the free. Now it's a high tackle and the umpire sees it. Harry Loader's got to get up and go here. There's 21 minutes gone. Can't be long to go. Could only see there being 7 or 8 minutes more play. Now gets the handball off to Chatfield. Gets it over the top to Carey. Now can they build something? Loader. He's going to put it to the tip of the goal square. Someone take a mark. They can. Loverson. On the tip of the goal square. It was a rushed entry over the top. Handball from Chatfield to Carey, and then Carey to Loader. Loader didn't look like he hit it sweetly, but it got to Loverson. Now, big kick. Only takes one step and kicks the goal. Keeps him in it. Huge goal in the context of this game to keep them back in it. 8-10-58 North Ballarat to 11-9 75 Sebastopol. 22 minutes gone. The Ballarat Toyota match of the day. Last quarter.
Well, 3 straight kicks required. 22 and a half minutes gone. It would seem probably unrealistic, albeit where there's life, there's hope. Doing the ruck work is Harry Loader for North Ballarat on this occasion. Bromley Lynch tries to evade the tackle and is held up by Dummett. And we'll have another ball up right in the middle of Mars Stadium. Sebastopol 11-9, lead North Ballarat 8-10. The Roosters extricate the footy. Can't get a kick away though. And it could be a trip. And it is in fact Jed Hill whose legs have been seized. And he will be the recipient of the free kick. Just happy to take his time. Happy to soak up a few seconds. Short option. This is Ben Hutt. So Ben Hutt, just the offensive side of centre wing. He has a short option on. And he finds Toby Hutt, who kicked 2 early goals. Came in a very short space of time. Hutt sees something he likes and he goes in that direction. And it's a good mark taken by Keeble. Just 5 metres in from the boundary. So Keeble, one of 4 multiple goal kickers for Sebastopol today. Of course, Hugo Pabst is the leading goal kicker for the Boroughs with 3. And Keeble can join him in that figure. He's going to have to kick it from 45. And one would suggest that with 24 minutes gone, this is indeed the one to ice the game for Sebastopol. He comes in now. Kicking to the Melbourne Road end. It's a nice kick off the boot, although it's drifting across the face, and a mark taken.
Pabst.
Wow, Hugo Pabst. Well, he wants to go sideways. He's called to play on. He's forced onto his left. He sends it skyward. He sends it further away from the goal face, ironically enough. Taken by the Boroughs. They keep it inside the boundary and then pushed as he kicks. That's Lachlan O'Keefe, and it's going to be a North Ballarat footy. So a flurry of action amounting to little at this point in time. Here's Bromley Lynch. And
over at the top. Handball. Turnover once again. Widgery. Can they get the finishing goal here? They can't. And they're going to have a good opportunity once again. With 25 minutes gone, they've got the ball locked inside their forward 50, Sebas. 35 metres out from the goal. Grabs out of the ruck. Hutt didn't dispossess. Polkinghorn still working hard in and under the packs, as he always does, trying to get the ball out. And we'll have a stoppage 45 metres out from their goal now. You can feel they want one more, Sebas, to ice it. Bit of stop-start footy here. Comes straight down and tackled as he got it. Hutt punches it forward, trying to get it. Oh, thrown on the boot by Dummett. Couldn't quite. Now gets the ball. That's Ned Nash under there, and he's tackled as he got it. So we'll have another stoppage 40 metres out from the Sebas goal. You can feel Toby Hutt's going to grab the ball out of the ruck here and try and create something. McCallum does really well. Now coming through was Widgery. Gets the hand kick out to O'Shea. Now over it's Cassidy. How does the umpire see it? He says no prior opportunity. So we'll have another stoppage. I think it's the 5th in a row. 26 and a half minutes gone on the Ballarat Toyota scoreboard. Big fist from McCallum trying to clear the ball, and here we go. Spears, can he find a target inside 50? He's just going to put it in front of a couple of players. Can they win it? Here's Chatfield. He's pretty special. It lets the ball bounce. They're going to come back. It doesn't. It misses to the far side, and any hope of then coming back, that needed to go through from Chatfield. And North Ballarat 8-11-59 to Sebastopol 11-9-75. Sorry, 27 minutes gone in the last quarter of the Ballarat Toyota match of the day.
Light starting to fade here at Mars Stadium, and Sebas happy to just soak up a little bit of time with a short option. Banbury marks on defensive 50. We'll just take his time. Surveys the landscape. We see Chase Dummett on the boundary in front of us, but he chooses to go beyond him, and it's a good kick for distance by Banbury. He's certainly got a terrific roost on him as the pack forms as a tackle is laid, and we'll have a ball up right in front of us. 11-9-75, that's the Bass. North Ballarat 8-11-59. Tick towards the 28-minute mark of this fourth quarter. McCallum, he's been prolific today with the knockdowns. Widgery sends his side forward. There's Carey, battling hard, retreats with a handball out to Hobbs. Hobbs with a little around the corner kick. Bromley Lynch will gather possession. He moves it on by foot. O'Shea, clever. Great first half from O'Shea today. He's been prominent again in the fourth quarter. A little quiet in the third, but gee, he's been pretty consistent. And the margin remains at 16 points.
McCallum can't be long to go now. It's a hand down to the former Henderson medalist in Cassidy. Forward is Cooper. Trying to get it. Can't quite. Stowe's happy to send the ball out of bounds as he'll set up to contest in the ruck against McCallum. He's battled hard today. McCallum, once again with the hit-outs, probably dominating, but Stowe's work around the ground's been pretty handy. Stowe, McCallum out the back. Widgery might read it, or Cooper. Widgery now gets taken down by a couple of North Ballarat players, and the umpire says no prior opportunity. We'll have a stoppage 50 metres out from Sebastopol's goal. Stowe, McCallum, straight down the throat of his teammate. Go forward. Could have been a couple of players injured behind play. Now they're going to short over the top to True, and True just kicks it out on the full. Get some advice from the crowd.
Here's McCartan, defensive side of centre wing. Oh, told to go back behind the mark. Now, it won't be a long quarter. Haven't been many goals kicked. McCartan sends it long. A couple of Sebastopol players collide. Ball spills out to the back for True, and then it's going to be Toby Hutt. Kicks some early goals. Austin sends it out wide.
Lockyer looks in a bit of trouble here.
O'Keefe goes to ground. So North Ballarat win it back. Here's a real opportunity emerging for Thornton. Thornton goes for goal. How does it bounce? Through to the left for just a minor score. And 15 points separate the two sides. Sebastopol 11-9-75. North Ballarat move along to 8-12-60.
Tony Lockyer limped off the ground there after a contest. Looked like he was holding his knee or upper leg.
Don't want to see that.
One of the most important players, if not the most important player, as the ball goes long to Stowe. Can't quite off hands. Good hands from McCartan. Over the top now to Spears. Still battling hard. Jed Hill with a great tackle. Now O'Shea gets the ball, pumps it long. Who wants to get under this one late in the game? I don't think many of them do. But that was well rove from Ned Nash. Sends it long. They take a mark. They can't quite. A couple of players there, Thornton being one of them. Now Harry Loader taken down. Thornton hands off. Ball forward, somewhere under that pack, and we'll have a stoppage. 35 metres out from their goal.
Well, we've gone beyond 31 minutes here in this fourth term, despite only 3 goals being kicked. Here we go. Massive players around the football. No one in the front half for Sebas. It matters little because Sebas have prevailed in a 31-minute fourth quarter. 11-9-75. They have defeated North Ballarat 8-12-60. It is a 15-point margin, and there's some exhausted players out there right at the moment. We see a number of players at least acknowledging the efforts, the honourable contributions of their both teammates and also their rivals, as we see Sebastopol have come away with the spoils. 2 Hugo Pabst goals in that fourth quarter was sufficient to ice it. There was just one coming from North Ballarat. And what was a really entertaining Ballarat Toyota round 16 contest in the McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League. We have seen Sebastopol 11-9-75 continue their charge towards the top few places in the competition on the ladder. And North Ballarat 8-12-60. So just as Archie gives a little bit of thought to some of his better players, I can tell you that from a goal-kicking perspective, Sebastopol were best served by Hugo Pabst with 3. Daniel Widgery kicked 2, Toby Hutt 2, and James Keeble 2, and singles to Michael Powell, Jack Banbury. And then turning our attention to North Ballarat, Jack Riding booted 4. He was a real live wire up forward today. Tim Spears 1, Josh Chatfield, Fletcher Loader and Isaac Lovison, all single goal kickers today, as Sebastopol have prevailed 11-9-75 to 8-12-60. Now, I've looked at some of my better players, Archie, but I'll be very interested to know who you consider were some of the better players performed across the course of the day.
Firstly, for the team who went down, North Ballarat, I think that Tim Spears battled hard all day in and under. His ground ball gets were great, and he definitely made it a closer match than it would have been without him. Fletcher Loader, we know he went off for 15 minutes with that with the umpire abuse, but I think all around the ground he's one of the better players. His skills, the way he opens up the game, I think he has a good game sense as well. Reads where the ball's going. Kicked an important goal to keep them in it as well. And then my last one is Josh Chatfield, who I know we talked about all day. A bit of an X-factor player. Doesn't get a lot of the ball, but when he does get it, he uses it well. And it feels like every time he went near it, something happened. Whether that be a high mark or a ground ball get that turned into a goal. And then for Sebastopol, I had Tony Lockyer, the captain. Felt like in that second quarter when the game was close, he was the one to settle them down through the back half and help them pick their way through the fence. And that work rate we talked about, Wes, earlier, for him to go to kick the ball out and in the same play end up having a shot on goal. It's exceptional work rate from Tony Lockyer. And the last one's, Hugo Pabst. Sticky mitts, doesn't drop anything. And it's a good kick for goal as well. So, well done, Sebast, today.
Yeah, so it was a pretty even first term. It was, in fact, North Ballarat leading by 5 points at quarter time. Sebastopol with a pretty potent second term, were able to establish an 8-point advantage by half time. They actually stretched the lead out to 18 points midway through that third term. They led by 13 at three-quarter time, and they ultimately prevailed by 15 points, 11-9, 75 to 8-12, 60. We hope you've enjoyed our Ballarat Toyota match of the day for round 16 in the McDonald's Ballarat Football Netball League. My thanks to Archie Burley for his terrific contribution by way of commentary, to Caleb Ludlow, who did an outstanding job once again managing all of the live stream technical assets and also the fantastic camera work that you absolutely no doubt enjoyed. Whether you're watching this game back by way of replay or you've watched it live, whichever way, we trust that you've enjoyed it. I'm Wes Cusworth on behalf of the team, hoping that you can join us again next week. Thanks so much for joining us in the Ballarat Toyota match of the day.
Imagine your future at Federation. Well, you can do just that at our open day on Sunday, 14 August. Experience campus life, meet teachers, current students, and our industry and community connections that will prepare you for the real world. We can't wait to welcome you to your future at Federation.
As proud sponsors of the Ballarat Football Netball League, we love supporting local.
And love community sport, and we encourage everyone to get out there, support your local football and netball league, and of course, support local business.